fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gambettes. I'm Travis. It is Monday, and that means it's time for a nap.
It's time for a nap. Definitely time for a nap. I mean, Raw.
It's definitely time for 3 hours at wrestling.
Looks like they're in Seattle, Washington this time.
Yeah. Starting it out with a Dominic Mysterio show. Bringing out his dad first. Old Mysterio.
Mystery.
Blackada, blackada.
Ray of mystery. We've got Robert in the chat. Hey, Robert. We've got Ayla with us tonight as well. Hey, Ayla. We got Harley and Janelle Jackson. Hi, guys.
Hello, Janelle.
Chris just joined us. Hey, Chris. How you doing? How's everybody doing? Robert says, hey, my wrestling buddies. Hey, everyone. Woo! Ayla says, hey. Harley says, what's up? Happy Monday. Janelle says, hi. Ayla's like, nap sounds good to me. And then asks, so Travis, do you have a post hole digger? Yes, we do.
I do.
We do have a post hole digger.
It's for digging holes. It's not electric. It's
for
a
posts.
manual.
We have a manual post hole digger.
I have been thinking about buying a manual or
an auger.
Electric one.
Chris says, hey, Travis and Dee. Hello.
There it is. Rack Rod. Liv Morgan later on tonight against Alita and what's her name? Becky Lynch.
Oh, Becky. The Alpha Academy versus the Usos tonight, huh? Weird.
Ooh, they are bringing out the Uso Penitentiary. I was wondering if they're going to do any Bloodline stuff tonight.
It's kind of a weird thing.
Hey, Bobby and Bronson.
Yeah, those guys. Ayla's like, can we possibly borrow it eventually?
Eventually. What you digging? Yeah, I mean, obviously you can, but...
Chris says someone is supposed to return tonight. Who is someone?
Who's been missing, Randy?
Harley's like, how was everybody's Easter? Uneventful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seattle. Viva blah something. Chris says Bliss. Oh yeah, Bliss is supposed to return tonight. That's interesting.
Oh.
Sophie's in the chat. Hey, Sophie says, hi, how was everyone's Easter weekend?
Good.
It was
fantastic. I guess. I watched the movie. I can't remember what it's called now, but...
The Ten Commandments?
I watched the second half of it. I watched the first half on...
Saturday?
Go ahead.
Does this help me finish your sentences?
I appreciate it. Rushing me for some reason.
No. You couldn't remember what it was even called, so... Wasn't sure if you'd remember what day of the week we watched it on. Lady Kinsey in the chat. Hey, lady, how's it going? So he says it looks like the draft is going to take place that Monday after Backlash. It says holes for a fence is what we are thinking, but I don't know yet. Maybe make a pool. Might just try and see how deep we could get.
Right.
See if you could tunnel to the center of the earth or China. So he says,
some gold.
Did anyone watch MLB baseball this weekend?
No.
Mushmallow's in the chat. Hey, Mush says Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes inside Hell in a Cell.
Is that what they're planning? Or is that what you're planning?
It looks like want to go to China for free. You know what? That's a lot of digging, and no.
You wouldn't be able to. Because that damn gravity thing. So if you dug deep enough, you'd be fine.
What's going to be hilarious, though?
Is when you get to the middle, though, then you have to go uphill.
Well, that,
so you're just stuck in the middle of the earth.
But if the earth is flat, like everybody says, you'll just fall out the other side.
To another dimension.
Just fall out into nothing. I don't know what you'll fall into, but... Chris like, Ra's in Seattle, a.k.a. J-Rod show. Yeah, it's definitely in Seattle. Oh, Washington.
Oh, this kid's so bad.
Did he just say, keep your name out of your mouth?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, he said out of my mouth.
I know what
out
he
of
was
your mouth.
going to say. Keep your name out of your mouth. Keep your name out of my mouth. I mean, your mouth. Shut up.
Your mouth's dirty.
Oh, God, we're still on this roller coaster of stupid. Sophie says Roman wants to wrestle Seth in the main event of Mania 40. Yeah. Ayla says the earth is flat. Right? Earth is flat. So he says Vince isn't backstage at Raw tonight, so this will be like a Triple H-led show. Not necessarily. He can always call. You know, they do have phones.
No, they don't.
Oh, just
Now, actually, they tell me they have the internet.
They just fax things now.
They don't do that.
They just send telegrams.
Mm-hmm. They have messengers on
the horse
bikes.
on horses.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Pony Express. He was like, why would they make flat maps? Come on, people. Daz is in the chat. Hey, Daz, good to see you tonight. He says, yo, do you know if we get anything from Seth tonight, promo or a match? I don't know. If they cut him out last time,
I'm going to say yes.
Yeah.
But I'm just guessing.
Yeah. Piccolo's in the chat, though. Hey, Piccolo, good to see you tonight. Glad you're around doing stuffs.
Glad.
Says, what up, Gabbers, Gabagool? Yeah. So he's like, I got my hair cut today.
Good.
It's good. You don't look like a slob anymore. That's always a plus. A lot of people got haircuts over the weekend.
I'd probably ruin my clippers if I tried. So long.
Oh, no.
Drop kick right in the back. 9 days
ago.
ago.
Sophie. Sophie's like, no, just a regular haircut.
Like a high top fade.
Ayla's like, oh, fancy. Piccolo's like, my mullet is fancy free. You making that mullet really work for you, huh, Piccolo? Did you watch the 10 Commandments this weekend, Piccolo? You know, that's a classic. Sophie says, I also did my laundry today. Ooh, production and productive. It's terrifying, Sophie.
I raked the yard. Cleaned up dirt, rocks.
I went to a job. I traded my time for money.
Yeah.
You guys just traded your time for prestige. Lame. Sophie says Vince put a hiring freeze, so the WWE can't hire any more free agents.
Oh, that's nice. Good thing. I don't think he was going to hire any more anyways, but now what he needs to do is some cuts. Does he? I've never heard one.
The sign behind him says, Dominic eats corn the long way. What does that even mean?
Maybe puts the cob up in his butt. I don't
I
know.
don't know either. What does that mean? It's weird world
Oh,
out
I got
there.
it. He just puts the cob in his mouth
Oh.
the long way.
Oh, he ow, like that. Ow, ow, ow.
Like people eat chicken wings.
Ooh, regret it. Regret putting your hands on Bad Bunny. They'll
So much
shank you in
regret.
Puerto Rico. It was like I need to find George's clippers so he can trim my hair. I worked today. It was miserable. Was it hot? Because it was hot at my work, and I was dying. I had a fan on all day today. Piccolo
It's going to
says...
be hotter tomorrow.
I know. It's going to be miserable.
And then it's going to cool way off.
That's good. I'm glad. Piccolo says, I didn't do a damn thing. Good, Piccolo. I wish I didn't do a damn thing. So he's like, Logan Paul re-signed with the WWE today. We all knew it would happen. Piccolo says, I even pissed my pants. So warm and exhilarating. My Lord, Piccolo.
When it's that warm,
Do you
can't
have
help
incontinence issues? Do you
Well, when it's
need
that warm, you
diapers?
just got to relax into it.
When you're peeing your pants?
Yeah.
Ravi's in the chat. He says, yo, Ravi, what's up?
Yo.
And Harley's like, I'm growing my hair out. You and
Perfect.
Piccolo. Piccolo's making a mullet out of his. Ayla's like, I sliced 6 hours worth of turkey and ham. Hours? My God. Sophie says, it will be interesting that what roster members will get cut in the coming weeks.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Robbie says, Rotid Condom rolling like D tonight. What are you fucking talking about? Pickle's like, Dom is a man of many talents. Yeah. Eating his corn the long way. Robbie's like, Ayla, did you take some home? And Sophie says, do you think we will see a Bad Bunny versus Dom one-on-one match? No.
Woo.
Sophie says, you could eat ham cold. You can. Ayla says, it wasn't hot butcher shop and is an ice box, but it just sucked.
Finn Balor gonna wrestle.
Can he, though?
I don't know if that's wrestling gear or if that's ladies' pants, but
William
he looks like
Purdy's
he's
in the
ready.
chat. Hey, William. Good to see you tonight. How are you doing? Says hi. Hello.
Hello.
Mesh says Randy Orton will return at SummerSlam and he will help Roman Reigns to beat Cody Rhodes. Damn, rude. Just using Randy as a weapon. That's not very nice. You gotta smell pineapple butt to know if it's ripe.
I've heard that.
Fava beans. Fava beans. Stuff Robbie probably eats. Ayla's like, no, Robbie. She didn't take any home. Rob McLaren's in the chat, though.
Hey,
Hey,
Rob.
Rob, good to see you tonight. Says, shit. Mind blowing. I've never thought about the digging through the earth thing before. At what point would you be digging up? How would that work? Damn you, Travis. I know, right? No, actually, I figured that too. I'm like, how would you do that? I mean, at some point, like, you would have to, because you're digging down. Then how would you dig yourself out?
You couldn't climb out. You dug yourself a hole.
No, that's what I meant. You'd have to dig up to get out. That's what I said. You would have, because if you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, and I've always thought of it that way the whole time. Like, if you dug to China, you're not digging down. You only dig down so far, and then you're digging up.
Right.
To get out. Like a vampire.
Yeah. Where would the dirt go?
Out of this, I don't know, behind you.
Yeah, you'd be in a little, like, you'd just be moving the dirt from this point to that point.
He would die down there. Don't get too close to the core. Why is it so hot?
There's no heat in the core. It's cooled down.
Yeah, we're dying.
Somebody said it was slowing down or something.
It's global warming.
Scientists said it was slowing down or something.
The core is slowing down. It's global warming. Oh my God.
So much rain. It's cooled the core off.
So it says, wonder when they are going to turn Dom back into a face. Maybe
Never.
what they'll do is he'll be a heel, get defeated, and then go
Leave.
away.
Right.
Forever. Ayla says, hours, laughing, so close to 100 pounds. So close. Hours.
100 pounds of meat. Sawed.
Yeah. 6 hours of slicing turkey and ham. Why were you slicing it? Like, what were you doing?
Do you get tired, or is it like on a big roll? You're like,
Like, were you slicing, like, deli meat type slicing? What kind of slicing are we talking about? Like hams in half? And then you're wrapping the halves? Or, like, I'm curious to know how... I want to know now.
I think it's sandwich meat.
My curiousness has gotten the best of me in this conversation of stupid meat talk. Sophie says, Raw last week got the lowest ratings on cage match. I couldn't imagine why. Robbie says, Ayla, did you enjoy it? I don't think she did, Robbie. She said she didn't earlier, but you weren't paying attention per normal and just making up crap out of your face.
All right, that match has started.
Hey, it's Finn versus Ray. And Finn, did anybody see his 17 staples he got in his hole in his head?
Yeah, that was creepy. It was in his hairline.
It
Like, way
went
up
from
here.
like here to like here.
Yeah.
Like this far of his whole head was split open and he
Edge
had
doesn't
17.
mess around when he hits you in the head.
He had 17 staples. It's pretty funny. I mean, oh, that's terrible, poor guy. Robbie's like, Ayla, oh yeah, so Sophie says they haven't confirmed if the draft is a 1-night or a 2-night event. Piccola says Black Forest ham. It's something. Ayla says, no,
Delicious.
Robbie, I was sleep deprived. Piccola says, wait, was that Raekwon Wu-Tang sold out, y'all? Yeah, that's it.
Wu-Tang.
Robbie's like, you mean butter beans? Fava beans. They're your favorite.
Wasn't Butterbean a boxer?
Probably. Chris says, Travis, you should go and check out Rampage match between Julia Hart versus Anna Jay.
I probably should. I was thinking about watching that, but I didn't know when it was going to be on, and I didn't want to do a whole bunch of work to find it.
Yeah, me neither. Pico says it's going on for 7 days, 7 draft days all day long. Jesus Christ, Pico. What are they going to do, like 3 people a day or something? Robbie's like, Ayla sounds like you. Sophie says half of the Raw roster.
Recaps?
Yes, the draft will be with recaps. Sophie says half of the Raw roster tonight aren't at Raw tonight because of flight issues. Mush says next year Royal Rumble MJF will return and he will win. Okay.
Cool.
Well, there you go.
Looking forward to it.
Rob says, wouldn't it just fall through the other side that you're already dug?
No, because that's uphill.
Okay.
Once you get to the center, it's uphill in every direction.
Yeah, if you turn back, it's all uphill.
Like, here's another one to think about. It's different, but it's the same, right? So time. So Rob's in a different time zone, I think, than we are right now, right?
I think so.
And so if we both start heading north, because it goes by longitude and latitude, eventually we will meet.
Yeah.
Because we'll be at the very top. What time is it?
I don't know, but
so when you're at the very top,
if it's flat. If it's flat, you're just in a straight line the whole time.
If you're at the very top, what time is it? That one kills me. Like, every time I'm like, so do they have like a 0 time at the very tip top?
I know. What's some famous wrestling thing to say? What if somebody says, what time is it, besides the weirdos in our chat?
I don't know. It's 4:20. I don't know.
Sophie says they canceled the Miz versus Riddle match that they advertised last week.
Did they?
Huh.
Is it because neither of them are there? Or?
Is it because of
flight
the
issue?
flight issues?
Why is there so many flight issues? What, are they all flying together?
Or did somebody find Riddle snorting coke again? Ayla says, yeah, because Earth is flat. Robbie's like, you would miss Dom if he went. Robbie, stop talking out of your butthole. Marcelo is in the chat tonight. Hey, Marcelo.
Hello, Marcelo.
Hola. Something about unificado, unified, triple something. Thank you for being in our chat.
Anyways, Finn Balor's in there with Rey Mysterio. Rey's getting beat up.
Pico says, anyways, how about cheese? Do you ever slice that too? Yeah, Ayla, do you slice the cheese? Sophie says, if the Earth is flat, where would Idaho be on the map? The same place, just in a flat spot. We're not changing anywhere on the map.
Just north of Utah.
Sophie. Just take a look at a flat map. It's the same thing. Pico's like next to Chicago. Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah, Pico.
Wait, even the flat earthers, never mind. Even the flat earthers still believe there's a center point, which is the North Pole. Oh. So you're still heading towards that. So it would still be 0 hour.
So does that mean you're squished flat?
No,
and you have a center point.
Take the map like this.
And it's round like this?
Yes, it's round, but
and it's flat. And then you have the
Great Ice Wall, which is Antarctica, that goes all the way around
Antarctica on the outside, and then the North Pole and Arctic, whatever it is, at the very center of the circle.
Right.
Idiots.
And I don't know if it even spins. I don't know anything about it. I don't know the theory.
I don't know. I don't know anything about flat earthing garbage. Sounds like stupid to me. Robbie's like, D, ever so polite to me. Yeah. Ayla's like, restaurant orders, 78th in Maine, the college restaurant, Buddy's Deli, meat slicer, Emmanuel slicer. My shoulder hurts. Ayla's like, I did 20 pounds of Gouda cheese sliced for restaurant today. So you just sliced a whole bunch of meat and cheese. Sophie says, this is going to be like that time where half the roster couldn't come back because they were stuck in Saudi Arabia.
Doesn't my buddy own Buddies too? I have another buddy that owns Buddies, right?
I don't know. I don't think
I
so.
thought Jason Meter bought it.
Did he go in on it? Maybe he went in on it.
I thought he just bought it. I thought that's what they had said in the paper.
Maybe he did.
And then Carlos Allen bought the pizza place across the street from ISU.
Goodies. Yeah.
Good stuff. Wow. Look at Zoolander.
What's 78th in Maine? I don't even know that. What is that?
It's right next to 79th and Main.
What's the college restaurant? Is that the one that's in the actual market? They're on 15th or not 15th, 12th. Where the fuck is that at? The college market. 8th? Is it 8th that it's on?
Trying to think where there would be a market.
The college market
I know
right
you
there
said
on
that a few
campus.
times, but-
It's before, it's like a block or two
when you say
before
market,
you get to
are we talking about like a store?
Yeah, it's kind of like a store, but it's like a restaurant too.
Is it where the old Whittier was?
No, it's been there for forever. It's always
I know.
been
I'm trying
there.
to figure out what it is. Obviously,
I'm pretty sure it's on 8th.
Like 8th and Terry. Well, I guess Terry wouldn't be there.
The one before. No. Between Benton, and
Okay, now I know where we're at.
and on this side of ISU over there.
So it's 6th is 7th, 8th.
I think it's.
I don't know. I didn't know there was any stores. I thought those were all houses.
I think it looks like a house, kind of.
Oh.
But
Cool.
yeah,
So they just took a
Totally.
house and made it into a market.
pretty sure it's on 8th. Yeah, sweet. Thought it was, but I was like, maybe I'm crazy.
Manchester City.
It's between Holiday and Carter.
Holiday celebrate.
So like, here's the campus right there,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's right there on that very corner.
Benton's going this way.
Yeah, Benton's right there.
Oh.
There's
so it's
Holiday.
back one. Okay.
It's right there.
Right. Cool. It's East Holiday.
Yeah, I thought it was off of 8th.
I don't remember there being anything there ever.
Oh, it's been there for years. I mean, like a long time.
I get it. I just don't remember there ever being anything.
But supposedly they have they have like a bookstore and stuff. I never have been in it. But supposedly their food's really, really good. I've just never had anything there.
And it's on the corner.
Yeah, it's on the corner.
And it's kind of up on, like, Holiday. It
Yeah.
runs up Holiday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, it's a house. It was
Yeah.
probably a house at some point.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Anyways, we're back from that commercial break. You know, as you guys know, it's Finn versus Ray.
Yeah, Finn Balor.
Old Finny Ballery. He's a ballerina.
Ray, the luchador. Oh, rode him down like a bronco. Woo! 1, 2. So close.
Piccolo says tons of video packages and every camera angle of Veer, the #1 prospect. Rob says, wait, there would be nowhere to stand. If you're digging up, the hole would be open behind you. Impossible.
Yeah.
You would literally be standing until you had to go up. So you wouldn't have anything to stand on.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. I have to take a long vacuum tube with you.
Sophie says that AEW video game is taking forever to come out. People make fun of it. Vindicator is in the chat. Hey, Van, good to see you tonight. Hopefully you had a good Easter weekend. Says flight issues. Yeah, sure. Anyway, how is it going, Duluth and Travis? You had a good weekend. That's ready to be brought down by another filler episode of Raw Meat.
I'm worried about Raw tonight. It's starting out pretty good. I mean, this has lasted almost a half hour, and it's not quite over yet.
Ravi says fava beans just come from broad beans. Like broads, like girls?
From
That's
women.
gross, dude. Ayla's like, Rob, technically it's a gravity thing. You just flow until you fall. Are you going to fall up or are you going to fall down? Who knows? So he says Veer is on his way back to the main roster even though he was stuck in NXT for a certain amount of time.
We could always talk about the Hollow Earth theory, that there's another world inside of our world.
Ooh, yeah.
'Cause there's that.
Journey to the center of the earth.
Right, there's that kind of stuff.
It was like float, not flow. Float. Just float. Rob says it's 4:19 at the North Pole, right?
Yeah.
Robbie says, do you speak Spanish but can't be asked? Thanks. Sophie says, I don't believe the earth is flat. Robbie says, wow, Sophie. Wow. It was
My
like,
yard's flat.
Sophie, do you need a tinfoil hat? The earth is completely flat, obviously. Rob says, it's 2 hours earlier than your time zone and 1 hour earlier at the North Pole in my time zone. It says, NASA is up to something, guys. Something no good. Sophie says,
Aliens.
I thought the Ray Dumb feud is over after Mania. Why extend? They have been feuding for half a year. Whatever. They've been like feuding for like 5,000 years.
So many feuds.
It's just been one long feud. Vindicator says, so do ships fall off the edge of the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans at some point?
No, they don't, because
No.
the Antarctica wall circles the whole entire...
Yeah. So when they say the earth is flat, they don't mean the earth is flat like a rectangle. The earth is flat like a pancake. So, right? So take a pancake, and that's the earth.
In the middle of that pancake is the North Pole.
Yeah. And on the outside of the pancake
It's
is the Antarctica.
South Pole,
is Antarctica.
as we've known it our whole life.
And so your
it's the ice
oceans
wall.
just go all the way around.
Right. And so on the other side of that ice wall, there's other worlds.
Yeah. That's what they tried it. That's what they're getting at.
There's dinosaurs. And
Yeah.
all sorts. So in the fantasy land that it is,
Yes.
it's fantastic.
Yes.
And
Fantastic.
I want it to be real. I want to go over the wall
Yes.
and go play with the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yes. Robbie
What's
says,
Dom doing?
Ayla, you want to go to space?
Space isn't real.
Right? Mush says Seth Rollins will cashes on Roman Reigns at SummerSlam for WWE Championship. Ayla says, no, Robbie, space isn't real. It's a screen with a projection of stars and planets, and whatever that stuff's not real. We're all in a building. So it's the Truman Show. We're all in the Truman Show. So he says, it takes me all day to finally put my laundry away. I started at like 9 a.m. That's a lot of fucking laundry. Jesus.
That
It
is
was
a
like,
lot.
granted, but let's say you do your laundry once a week, okay? And you have the clothes that you wore, you wash. You might have 2 loads, including like your bedding, so maybe
Right.
3, right?
Right. There it is.
It
Big
shouldn't
right
take
hand.
you all day, technically, you would think. If you have a lot, yes, it would. Ayla's like, I've never been to the college market, but we give them food products. Rob's like, 604 South 8th? Yep, that's it. Sophie says whenever AJ Styles comes back, they could finally finish that AJ Styles Finn Balor feud that they didn't finish because AJ got hurt.
After you said there was food there, I remembered going in because they had a side entrance.
Yeah.
And I had a friend that worked there or something. I can't remember. 2 and 3.
Oh,
Finn
Finn
Balor
won
wins.
over poor Ray.
13 minutes and 43 seconds.
Damn it. Yeah, Sophie, they could probably bring some of that feuding back with AJ Styles and Finn. But they got to have him do something in between, right? And who knows how long it might take AJ to come back, even though technically his injury, he should have only been out for 6 to possibly 8 weeks.
68 weeks.
No, 6 to possibly 8 weeks. It's a
68.
space. Rob says GTS, and Vindicator says, yep, just Ayla playing mind games with Robbie. Nothing new to see here. It was like, Vin, it's crazy easy. Vin's like, I bet. Chris says, in NASA, aka Satan lies, folks. Just look at all the so-called Earth pics. CGI much, no real pics. How does these so-called pics all clear? Sure, high-tech camera. Right.
Right.
Sophie says AJ Styles is a person that believes the Earth is flat. Chris like fish lenses. Robbie says, sounds very exciting, D. And Ayla's like, Vin, I enjoy it, but not just with Robbie, all y'all. Robbie says, is it a good, very good bookstore? How the fuck would I know? It's a college bookstore. Probably not. Not that kind of a bookstore, like where you go and actual like Barnes and Nobles. Ayla says, yeah, they only have books about potatoes, though, Robbie. Honestly, once you've read one, you've read them all.
Otis. Otis.
Jesus Louise.
Look at Otis.
Looks like a dork. Oh, God. Mush says Brock Lesnar will take Cody to Suplex City tonight again. Mean. Vindicator says,
I don't know what you're doing, you little gremlin.
it is a very Daria thing to do, huh, Ayla? LOL, but at least it's more entertaining than what's on
going
TV. Oh my God, somebody attacked her. Somebody attacked Lita.
Liv or Rack Rod attacked Lita, it looks like.
We found her.
Liv
We
is
got
so
here.
loud. that you can't even hear what's going on. She's just screaming.
That's hilarious.
Oh, is Trish going to have to take her place?
Sure. It was you guys the whole time. Becky's pointing fingers.
Very convenient that you just found her like that.
Yeah, very convenient. But we can't hear anything that anybody else is saying because Liv is yelling so loudly. People was like, how was your Easter Sunday? It was okay. We didn't really do anything.
Good stuff.
Watch the other half of the 10 Commandments. Sophie says, we don't know if this is going to be a filler episode or not. They have to build a backlash. Harley says 12 more days until my kidney transplant anniversary. And Ravi says, oh, broad beans is a vegetable. It sounds like a bunch of broads.
Broad bean.
Chris says all the black stuff in the sky is what we know as space, but that's not space. It's the heavens, a.k.a. the sky. And you can't get out of the dome shape, a.k.a. the firmament. Robbie says, so you enjoy books on potato? Vindicator's like, they have nothing to build, Sophie. They're great and powerful. Cheating tribal champion has disappeared again. Ho hum. Sophie says, with the draft coming up, wonder how that will affect the king and queen of the ring tournament. Robbie says, Dom getting involved.
So is Brock going to be here tonight? Is Cody going to be here tonight?
I don't know.
Is this going to get addressed?
Maybe. Sophie says the people that believe the earth is flat are the same people that believe that there is no global warming. Oh really, Sophie? That's a weird statement. Piccolo says, I swear this chat is educational and entertaining. Ayla says, you'd hit the wall, Vinci. You guys don't know anything. Ice wall big enough to hide all the secrets. Robbie's like, D, but your boy Chris discovered it was round. Dude, that's all yours. Vindicator's...
It still could be considered round. It's just flat.
Like a pancake, people. Like a French pancake.
He just floated this way.
Oh, those little thin pancakes, I really like those. Yeah, it's a crepe. Call it a crepe.
Say, I love crepes.
Say, I love crepes.
These colors don't run. Break it. Oh, he broke it. He broke it. Frenchie broke it.
Robbie says, D, but your boy Chris never knew it was round. And Vindicator says, oh, be careful, Travis. You can't feed a T-Rex the same way you feed Naxos.
You gotta feed them like I feed the chickens.
Okay.
I just put stuff down and run. And then they chase me anyways. My chickens chase me. It's actually pretty comical.
That is pretty funny.
If I try to walk outside, I get pecked the whole time. That gold one just walks behind me and pecks my calves. Like, seriously, get away from me. She's like, what you doing?
What you doing over here? Chris says, plus there is more land across the ice wall, people. It's not that hard. Look at the fucking moon. That is so-called craters. Aren't craters. That is a reflection of the land here on Earth. Shows more land. Robbie's like, Dom, go on with the chain to cheat, just like D. Oh, yeah, cheater. Sophie says, I do my betting like once every couple weeks. And Pico's like, betting, what's that? I don't even have box springs. Do you sleep in a tent in the backyard, Piccola? Illa says, my goodness, my washer takes 1 hour and 34 minutes to wash and 1 hour and 34 minutes to dry. It takes forever. Have at least a load every day. How is that fucking energy efficient? Tell me, Ayla.
I have no idea.
Because you have a new washer and dryer. How is that fucking energy efficient if it takes that goddamn long to do that stuff?
Mine's 45 minutes. Well, I set the timer. It's faster than that, but 45. And that's the heaviest duty is the longest.
Yeah, right. Sophie says the Endeavor deal to buy the WWE won't go into effect until the end of summer. Robbie says Cola sleeps in the car. And Nyok Pax Mohab. Hi! Thanks for being in our chat. Thumbs up to you too. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Woo. Let's see. John Sparkling in the chat tonight. Hey John, good to see you back. So Sophie, you should do some betting more than that. Bryce is in the chat also. Hey Bryce, good to see you. Hope you had a good weekend. Says hello, Russell Gab. I am here. Illa says, Ravi, do you even have a bed? I thought you slept on a pile of hay. Film's in the chat as well. Hey, Film. Good to see you. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Says hello, Misty and Travis. Big hugs, big heart. How are you guys doing? Great. So she says, I do my bathroom towels and wash clothes every week. Joseph Martinez in the chat says, do you think Liv Morgan has a nice ass?
What? I don't objectify her.
Piccolo says, look at them nerds in the crowd. Bunch of nerds. Robbie's message
What?
retracted, and Sophie says, "Is that a Trish Hill turn tease?" Pico's like,
it
"Liv is loud, all right." And Robbie says, "Oh, Lita and Trish get in the bin." And Robbie's like, "D, LOL," laughing. And Ayla says, "Dang, I change my bedding every other day because we sweat. I have multiple sheets, so I don't wash them same day. Towels go right in the basket." John says Brock attacked Lita. Pico says dogs can hear her shriek like it's a whistle. Oh my
They're
God.
out from miles away trying to breed with her.
Vindicator says, "By the way, I heard a rumor, not from Sophie, LOL, that they are trying to break up Damage Control. I think each of them are better off on their own anyway."
Yeah, put them back in NXT and be done with it.
Pico says, "Robbie, I have a cardboard box. Thank you very much." Lily in the chat. "Hey, Lily.
Hey,
Good to see
Lily.
you tonight. Hi. How you doing, Lily? Sorry, it's taking me a minute to get to your chats. Just trying to get caught up, guys." Robbie says, "Cola with an umbrella." Sophie says, "I am Power Rangers nerd, and I'm proud of it."
Proud.
Justin says, "Do you think Liv Morgan has a nice ass?"
Ish.
Robbie's message retracted, and Ayla says, "Travis, these people are a lost cause. You can't teach him to in the wave of facts about flat Earth." Teach them in the ways of facts about the flat Earth. Sophie says, I wash my hair like once a week and sometimes twice a week, and I take a day off from showering on Sunday. Ayla's like, "Typos, but you know." Lily's like, "Did you see me?" "Sure did. Finally got to it." Said hi. And did say hi. Hello. Robbie says, "D, you can't miss lead people, LOL." What about lead? Mush says, "Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn." Sophie says, "With my dryer, sometimes it takes an hour to dry, and sometimes it takes an extra 30 minutes in case some things are still wet after being in the dryer." Once again, how is that energy efficient? Explain that to me. With all this energy efficientness that they throw at us in this stupid country sometimes,
Maybe they
I
use
have to
less
wonder.
heat.
Well, how is that better?
Because heat costs more money.
Wouldn't you want your shit to dry quicker so you don't have things running as long? Because I would look at electricity as something that you're using in order to do that, and
Right,
that's not energy efficient.
But if the motor runs efficiently, it can run all day and not do anything. Right?
Exactly. It sounds like it doesn't. It sounds like it doesn't even dry people's
Right,
clothes.
but then it just fluffs and there's like a blower in there or something that's energy efficient. Everything's efficient until like that.
Let's see. Robbie says, "D, you're so cheesy when you greet people." Robbie, if you don't like it, fucking go away.
Come back and then she'll greet you.
Like the asshole that you are.
Teach her how to greet.
Ayla says, "It's a freaking Samsung. Next time I do laundry, I'll take a picture. It's crazy they're an option for fast, but I notice it doesn't clean as well as so I do normal wash." I wonder if fast wash would work if you were only doing lightly soiled and only a small load of things. Harley says, "Damn, I can go for some pancakes." Pancakes?
Right. Or crepes.
Pancakes sound good. They don't like me, but pancakes do sound good. It was like dryer. I have to add time because clothes come out slightly damp. Drives me insane.
You put a towel in with them?
Have you tried the towel trick?
You put a towel in
A dry towel.
the dryer.
Yeah.
And it'll dry everything faster. I do it all the time.
It says before adding time to the dryer, it's still an hour dry time.
Yeah, it's definitely an hour. Mine
Yeah.
might be longer.
Robbie says, "Will Cody ever beat Roman?" Lily says, "Did you say
know.
hi?" "Sure
That's a tough
did."
one.
It was like, "Sophie, I wash my hair 2 times a week. I shower every day with a bath most nights." Robbie's like, "D, are you green?" No, I'm pretty sure that I'm a pinkish white kind of color.
Green means new.
I'm not jellyfish either. I'm not green with envy. And I'm not sick, so I'm not green with sick either.
Yeah.
It was like, "It's not delete that.
Oh,
it's
it's
not
Becky Lynch.
energy efficient. It's a lie." I'm guessing it's his because
Becky looks pretty beside herself, pretty distraught here. So are we not getting the match then?
oh.
What kind of
good
an idea?
ideas. Yeah, she gonna do it.
Oh, with Postman Pierce too.
Ooh, hippie skippies. John Sparkland says, "Went to see Air movie, A+, great soundtrack." Robbie says, D, is it energy efficient to watch 3 hours of Raw? On the TVs we have nowadays, yes.
Supposedly, I don't have a clue. I'll watch it on old tube TV. I don't care how efficient shit is.
I don't either. Illicit Mike Dryer says it's eco dry. I don't know exactly, but it blows cool air for sometimes. Robbie says, D, what's with the swearing at me? Because you're a bastard. Pickle's like, how old is your dryer? Ravi is like, nah, green is energy efficient. No, I'm fucking not. I
that kind
want
of green.
to ruin the earth.
Ugh. Earth Day's this 22nd.
I know, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go outside and I'm going to freaking...
Burn plastic?
I'm going to burn plastic. I'm going to rip up trees.
What?
And I'm going to
got
litter
5 trees out here.
everywhere.
You're more than welcome to rip up that one, and the one in the front.
I'm going to litter everywhere I go.
I just want to see you rip those trees out of the ground. I'll give you a shovel.
And cause some methane gas issues.
I built the deck over the gas line.
No.
There's a
methane,
hole.
as in farting.
Yeah.
Ayla says, small load on fast wash. Yes, I use that for a few things. Yeah, like little washcloths or something, yeah. Or your, whatever. Pico says, also, since I don't have kids, I think maybe wash clothes every 4 to 5 weeks. Right?
Sometimes I do wash every 6 months or so.
Gross. Lily says, oh my God, you said hi. I sure did.
Yeah.
Like,
hang out with us. She'll
hi.
talk to you the whole time.
Josh says, Trish is turning on her. Ayla says, my dryer, about 3 years ago, brand new, used for a little, then it sat in storage. Chris says, yep, Trish will turn. And Ravi says, Ayla, you're not like Bryan Danielson, Green. God, no. Vegan grossness? No, thank you.
She might turn tonight. Like, this match might have a weird ending.
True. Ayla says, I have 2 fat Lisa, so I'm doing laundry constantly. Piccolo says, has anyone ever dried clothes on a clothesline? Yes. Yes, I have dried clothes on a clothesline.
I hate it, and it makes them stink, and I don't like it. It's like a weird outside smell, but it's not like a
sunshiny smell.
Country outside smell. It's like the pollution outside smell.
It's because in the city it doesn't work. But like out in the country part, it does. We used to do that with bedding. My mom would take him outside in the summertime and hang him on the line outside with her bedding because it smelled better. It would be all fresh and so clean. So fresh and so clean. Robbie says, yeah, cola works well. And Lily says, how are you? Great.
I was
how are
always
you doing, Lily?
embarrassed because my parents smoked.
Right.
And I hated that my clothes smelled. And so I took them and I hung them outside one time.
Oh. They smelled worse than if they were...
God. It smelled like the lawnmower had been running over them for 8 hours or something. So it was way worse than smoke.
Mm. Vindicator says, not sure why somebody in the crowd had a weird eat the leg sign with Becky face on it, LOL. I don't know either. Liz says, how are you? Great. How are you doing, Lily? Lily says, you are fun. That's good.
Lily, do you believe in the flat earth? That's where we're at in our life.
Mm-hmm.
The Pope's exorcist.
Vindicator says, not sure why somebody in the crowd had a weird eat the leg sign with Becky face on it.
Eat the leg.
Piccolo says, yes, my cousins are baby making machines, like 5 kids apiece. And I remember when I stayed over and seeing all the mismatched socks, my OCD kicked in. You know, and people do it on purpose. Like, people wear mismatched socks on purpose.
Yeah, Darby the house help.
Does he wear mismatched socks?
Yeah, he wouldn't. You make a mistake if you have 2 of the same sock. Master Harry.
Oh, Dobby. You said Darby. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Darby the house help.
Wrestling guy? I never noticed. Ravi says, I thought you meant Dee was going to turn vegan tonight. Gross, dude. You're the one talking about fava beans. Lily says, I'm good, thanks. That's good to hear. Good to hear that, Lily. Piccolo says, Lily, do you enjoy wrestling? Who's going to win? And Rob's like, puppies. Yep,
yes.
That was her.
Puppies.
She was out there. She got him hanging out.
From back in the day, that's what they used to call them.
Ayla says, only flat earth believers here. Facts, not fantasy. Laughing. She says, you guys. Robbie's like, LOL, you said I ate fava beans. I would not be surprised if you are a fava bean, Robbie.
Got to connect to the ether so we can read each other's minds.
Definitely.
Did you watch this last week?
What was it?
It's called Man versus Mother Nature.
Why would I watch something like
this?
this?
It's like a race to Alaska.
Didn't somebody die?
Did they?
I don't know. I thought they were talking about somebody died on one of these or almost died. Ayla says, I like fava beans with a nice Chianti. What the fuck? Oh, that's right. It's off of, not Silence of the Lambs, but the, well.
Spoof? I'm pretty sure it's all Silence of the Lambs.
No, it's not Silence of the Lambs. It's the one where he eats his brain.
The butterfly caress or whatever. Butterfly Mothman prophecies or something.
No, it's in that one. It's him.
I get
It's
it.
Hannibal Lecter, but it's like the third movie or the second movie, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it. Red Lion? Red Dragon?
One of those. Where he opens his brain up. What's his face?
Yeah, I don't know.
He just died. He was in that cocaine
Ray
bear.
Liotta?
Yeah, it was him. Is it in Silence of the Lambs, Rob? I thought it was in one of the next ones, though.
I thought it was in Silence myself.
Where he makes the...
He said I ate his liver with fama beans and...
Oh, okay, yeah, Ayla said it. Okay. Okay, so it was in that one. Okay. I don't have all of the lines, like, memorized in that movie.
I've seen that one, like, 5 times. The one after it, I've probably seen once. I don't know if I watched it all the way through, and then I never seen the Red Dragon one.
Right. Piccolo says...
They changed the women.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I like Jodie Foster,
The
too.
redhead's fine, but Jodie Foster's cool.
Yeah. What the hell is her name? She's in that second one of the, whatchamacallit show, too.
Oh, Ragnarok.
Right? She's in the second one of the Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah, that's her. Anne H. No, that's not her name.
I can't remember her name. She's weird.
Oh, look, she was doing the suction things.
Yeah, she got cupped. Pickle says, oh, and I imagine folding clothes is an adventure for moms. Props to moms. John says, flat earth equals pancakes. Yes. Robbie says, oh, you love to pick on me, laughing. Of course, Rob says, fava beans are always good with a nice Chianti.
I can show you how to fold a shirt in less than 10 seconds.
Robbie's like, Ayla would do well living in space. Ayla's like, yeah, that's how you spell it, Rob, laughing. And
professionally, like you would see
is in the chat. Hey,
like
Rick.
you would see in a store. Like on a rack. I can fold that way in 10 seconds.
Nice. Rick, good to see you tonight. How are you doing? Says, I'm finally here. Sorry I wasn't here Friday. That's all right.
Oh, that's all right.
It happens. We know. Lily says, what is your favorite color? Mine's pastel yellow. It's an interesting color. Mine's black. Ravi says, what's F is a Chianti? It's a wine.
It's a wine.
Rob says, yeah. Silence of the Lamb. Pickle says, since I was partially listening, I honestly thought that pancake talk and Liv's butt was in the same conversation. No, pancakes and flat earth. Liv's butt, I guess, is the fava bean. No, I'm just kidding. So he says, thanks to my dog, I'm missing. What has been happening the last few minutes?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Obviously, Lita's hurt. Somebody attacked her. But since that moment, they've done nothing. They should have
Commercial,
vignette or
some
whatever.
stuff
Not
happened.
a vignette. What would you call it? Like a highlight reel of Seth Rollins over the last little bit.
Yeah. Thomas is in the chat. Hey, Thomas says, hey, guys, what's up? Also, it's Hannibal you're thinking of. Yeah, one of those. It looks like Ada's liver with a side of fava beans and a nice Chianti. Yeah, that's it. Walter says, hey, Travis. Hey, Daphne. See you at 9:05.
Woo!
Hi, Walter. We'll see you in a little bit. Robbie says, oh, a wine. Raul is in the chat. Hey, Raul.
Hey,
good to see you
Raul.
tonight. Haven't seen you for a little bit. Says, good morning. Good morning. Walter says, hey, Alien. Piccolo says, we need that one dude back who talks rando movie. Right? Just so we have somebody else, huh? Yeah. Sophie says, we were supposed to get rain here at some point tonight. Robbie says, did you get drunk on Shantae?
There's the bell.
I'm probably
Clock has
saying
started. Rack Rod's in there with Becky.
Ooh,
Becky's
you did
flipped
it,
her
didn't you?
times. I
You
said
said
I
it,
didn't do it. She's an angry giant.
Angry giant. Robbie's
Nobody's
like, Liv
home.
winning tonight? I don't know. It's for the tag titles, so I'm not real sure.
Becky slides off her back, kicks her in the belly.
Don't make Becky angry. She's a redhead. They're scary when they're mad.
Into the ropes. Rackrod follows her in, runs right into an elbow.
Piccolo says, it's an excellent movie series. Yes, Julianne Moore replaced her in the second one. That's it. That's her name. Julianne Moore. Thank you, Piccolo. I can't remember her name. I can picture her in my head, her face, everything, but not her name ever.
Liv Morgan steps in. She says she's hot, I guess.
I don't know what the fuck that was. Being
She
stupid.
was showing people how hot she is.
Vindicator's like, Seth probably getting drafted to SmackDown since they have no big stars there other than Sheamus and Sammy. Ayla says, no, Ravi never had it. Apparently you don't watch movies.
They're going to redraft the whole roster.
Yeah. Redraft. Sophie says, I'm not a good folder anyway. I usually hang or put stuff in the drawers. Just crumple it up and throw it in there. Films like It's Armpit Time. And Sophie says, what movie series are you talking about? Hannibal Lecter. And Robbie says, hello, what movies you recommend? Hannibal Lecter. Films like I Love My Live in Raquel's Armpits. Ayla's like, I also love black. I like blue, too.
I don't have a favorite color because my question immediately after if somebody asks me my favorite color is I say, on what? Because my favorite color on a car is way different than my favorite color on a motorcycle. And it's way different than a shirt I would wear or a coat I would wear.
Right.
Or shoes that I would wear.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to wear copper shoes. But I like copper on motorcycles.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
I like all kinds of colors, but black is my favorite out of all the colors. Next to purple. Rick says, I gotta go at 9:30 though. That's all right, Rick.
boss.
Thanks for hanging out with us for now. Lily says, do you like pancakes? You know what, Lily? I like pancakes. Pancakes do not like me.
What?
They make me feel ick. Waffles, on the other hand, are a different story. I love waffles, and they do not make me feel ick.
How many can you eat? 12?
Waffles? No, like
4?
maybe 2.
2.
Hazel says, can anyone please tell me where I can stream WWE Raw live? I don't know.
Not
on
really into
the USA Network.
USA
if
has
you're
it.
in the States.
I don't know what country you're in.
You could always do a search and Google it. Sometimes it might pop
We'll
up
tell you
on
what's
there.
happening. There's a leg drop right there by Becky right onto Liv. There's a 2 count, and Liv kicks out.
Robbie says, I would rather the pancakes. That's the flat earth. Yeah. Rick says, I'm always free on Fridays now. Cool. Sophie says, like I always said, every time wrestling comes on, that is when my family distracts me.
Yeah,
Robbie
it's normal.
says, where did Matthew go?
Is it also because
Ayla
of the
killed
time
him.
of day?
She killed
Does
everything
it have
about him.
anything to do with that your family shows up between 6 or 8 and 11? I don't know what time zone they're in, so they said that when wrestling's on is when they get distracted.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just don't know if it's when his family's there,
Oh.
but I don't know what time zone he's in. So.
Sophie is in Florida.
Oh, it's Sophie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's definitely. So is your family just busy between 8 and 11?
Pickles
Do they do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays as well between 8 and 11?
Pickle says it's over your head, Sophie. It's not your bag. Right? Yeah, I don't think that would be Pickle. You're very correct. That series definitely is not something Sophie would want to watch. Robbie says, D, that's a stereotype about redheads. Is it? I don't think so. Sophie says, my dog likes to take forever outside. Usually I don't care, but since wrestling is on, I get easily annoyed. Do you not have a fence? Can you just, leave it outside until it's ready to come inside?
Probably not.
Will alligators eat it? I know you're in
Probably
Florida. Rob says, it's pronounced Chianti. Thank you. I didn't know, and I couldn't say Chianti. Good. The wine.
Oh.
Film says, come on, Becky, stop wearing long sleeves. And Sophie says, my favorite color is regular blue. Robbie says mustard yellow is cool. Sophie says, so the women's tag team championship are being treated like the Freebird rule.
They are tonight, but we've seen that in the past.
Robbie's like, I can see why. You can see why what? Sophie's like, do you like French toast? Yes, French toast is delicious. Vindicator says, I think Becky and Liv will do all the work tonight. They won't make Trish get her hands too dirty in there. Maybe. Pico says burgundy or sky blue. Used to call it Carolina blue.
That's a very light, pretty blue.
Mm-hmm. Hazel says the U.S. Well, Hazel, I would say Google it.
TikTok.
That might be a platform you could try.
I've seen it on TikTok before. I bet you I could find it on TikTok if I looked.
Yeah. But we don't condone doing that, so, but.
Don't do it.
Janesha is, Latrell is in the chat. Hey, Janesha, nice to see you. Says Trish Stratus was the one to attack Lita. She is jealous
I think we're
that Lita and Becky are a tag team, and she wants to be Lita's partner. Yep. So she wants to be Lita's partner, or she wants to be Becky's partner and get rid of Lita because Lita, like you said, was attacked. So Chris says, did you watch Dusty Rhodes A&E show last night?
No. I haven't watched any of those. I recorded them all. So I will get to them, but I have not watched them yet.
You know, I thought about putting one of those, like, some of those on, like, over this weekend, and I totally forgot all about it. Robbie's like, watch wrestling. Sophie says, what happens if you don't have the USA Network? As Robbie says, Google it. Yep. And Sophie's like, yeah. And Pico's like, yeah. Matthew hasn't been active in social media in quite a while.
All right. Well, we got Trish Stratus.
Sophie says, yeah, we have a fence. Oh, you have a fence? Well, why can't you just leave your puppy outside for a little bit? Robbie says Lita and Trish are washed. Why pancakes don't like you? Robbie, they don't really sit well.
They just make her sick.
They make me feel gross. Like, they make me feel like
heavy.
Like an upset stomach, kind of. Waffles don't do it, though. And I don't have a problem with, like, French toast or breads or anything like that. Just pancakes and donuts. Donuts tend to do it to me also.
Very heavy also, yeah.
Yeah, they just feel like I have a big brick in my stomach, and so I just don't. I mean, they taste delicious, don't get me wrong. I really like them.
Rack Rod.
They just don't like me.
Causing some damage in there. She's in there with Becky.
Poor Becky.
Another lariat.
She forgot she had long sleeves on. Sophie says, right now it's
slam.
windy and very dark, and she barks like she wants to come in. Whenever I do leave her, then that is when she wants to come inside.
Yeah, it's because she wants to be around you.
Robbie's like, are you lactose intolerant? No.
Is there lactose in there? I think there could be.
Yeah, but waffles wouldn't, and donuts don't, so it wouldn't make any difference. No, Robbie, it has nothing to do with that. Robbie, I've never had pancakes that weren't from, like, a mix, though. So it might be different if they were, like if they were homemade
Whoa.
instead. Might make a difference. I just usually use, like, a pancake mix instead. Sophie says she is barking inside for some reason. Maybe she sees a ghost.
Excited. Ew. Why are you trying to scare Sophie?
Okay.
So are both of the other girls just beat up or something?
Must be.
So it's just Becky and Rack Rod. There's nobody for them to tag. Liv's out. Trish is out. Uh-oh. Are they pushing Rack Rod here? Look how big she is as a human being. Poor Becky. Becky's like, you're so strong. She's like, have you seen my back? I flex it all the time. It's my go-to. Headbutt. Headbutt. Don't headbutt a giant. They have thicker heads.
Robbie says my dad makes them homemade. My nephew loves them. I bet. Sophie says, I wish dogs could talk because it is like a guessing game whenever she barks.
Yeah. It's fine. Is it a little dog? Little dogs just bark. Whoa! Becky falls down. Trisha's still up there with her, though. Stratisfaction. Whoa. Uh-oh. Power bomb off the top. Or is she going to hit her with a Frankensteiner? She did it! Frankensteiner off the top. What? 2. No. Rackrod kicks out.
Phil's like, let's go live in Raquel. And Piccolo, what's up, friend? How are you doing today? Rick says, only reason why I don't have kids is because of ghosts. Because when they start talking and there's nothing there, I'm moving.
Without them.
Just leave the kid. Let him talk to Grandpa in the corner. Sophie says, no, she is a beagle. Well, it's kind of a small dog. And beagles are known for, like, barking and stuff. Piccolo says the best montage I like to make fun of is it's the music reality shows when they have literally something medical or a setback in life. That's funny. So it says, thank God for the pause button. Now I remember why I'm like 8 minutes before. Rick says, you guys look like you have Raw and SmackDown shirts. Yeah, Travis doesn't like to play the Raw red game and the blue SmackDown Friday games. He just wears the same thing all the time. He's boring.
Whatever, there's black ones up there. There's black ones with white words. There's black ones with gold words.
You never change it.
I change my shirt all the time. That's why there's always dirty shirts. I just can't help that I grab blue ones all the time. Because they're in front. And then it'll be red for a while.
Why do you color coordinate them like that, you wacko?
2! Liv almost had Becky right there. Uh-oh, Liv's going to cry again. She's holding it in. She's holding it in.
Is she gonna cry?
It looks like it.
What the fuck is wrong with her face?
She's like quivering because she's gonna cry.
Is it that or does she smell something bad? I don't know what's happening. Piccolo says it's almost as if they script it. Sophie says, right. I meant behind. Rob says, my favorite French toast hack is using a coffee mate creamer instead of milk. Creme brulee flavor or cinnamon vanilla cream are 2 of my favorites.
It's a good idea.
That sounds pretty yummy.
Do it.
Have you done a stuffed French toast before, Rob? Or the French toast that you coat with, that's what I should do. The French toast that you coat with Captain Crunch, but the peanut butter Captain Crunch. Mm. Oh, that'd be fucking phenomenal. Mm.
Uh-oh,
I'm going to do like a drizzle of chocolate on it.
Is Rackrod going to come up in there? Yep. Very predictable. Mm-hmm. But watch, she's going to be hurt after she does
of course, because she's going to hurt herself. Oh, no, she didn't. She just threw him down. Oh, and then she fell down.
Yeah, oh, yeah. She'll be hurt afterwards.
Why'd she fall down? She was standing. That's so weird.
They do it every time, see?
That's stupid.
After they do that, the person that did the move is dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then she fell on the outside of the ring and then rolled around there. She's getting into her corner now. Why wouldn't you just drag her to your corner and then...
Right? Like, why didn't she just drag her over there like a brutish monster you are?
Is it weird that it's like Becky and Lita, or Trish, are the bad guys? They're trying to do the hot tag with Rackrod. Yeah.
Vindicator's like, message retracted twice. So he says, for some reason, lately, your live goes into commercials at random times. It's because we have ads turned on, Sophie. We have more wrestling tonight than we did last week.
Looks like it.
Haseen Terrell is in the chat. Hey, Haseen says, hi there, guys. How was your day on Easter Sunday yesterday? Great. How was yours? How was your Sunday? Robbie says, Liv is awful. Ugh. And the Vindicator's like, tears are a part of Liv's makeup. It's been that way for 4 years. Yes, she does paint tears on her face. But she also scrunched up her face.
2 and 3. No! Liv kicks out.
To make it look like she was going to cry. So he says, do you drink anything with French toast like milk, chocolate, milk, apple juice, orange juice?
No.
Water? I don't usually drink milk with my food because it makes me feel more full. So I usually just have water.
Liv's trying to get up. She's finally up. There's a man slam. No, she rolled it through. New tag team champion. No. Becky kicked out at
fruit
2.
Roll up.
Oh, disarmor.
Says, so
she's got her in the disarmor. She's biting herself. Rackrod with a big boot.
Vindicator says, so this match is only going on long because Trish is involved and because the roster is depleted.
The Stratus faction!
Maybe, but the first match of the night went pretty long too, Vindicator, and that was Finn and Ray.
There it is. Liv's gonna end it. She's gonna beat Becky. That's her finisher. Oh no, Becky rolled it through.
Ooh.
Man slam. Rack Rod breaks up the count.
Robbie's like, "Do you with the healthy snacks?" Yeah, tonight, Rick says, if you look it up, Captain Crunch is actually Commander Crunch. Ooh.
Commander Crunch.
Glowing Blueprint in the chat tonight. Hey, Glowing,
Hello.
good to see you tonight. Says, I can't wait. Watch Raw right now, but which match is on now? Women's
Right
match
now,
of the tag.
Liv's missed. There it is. Quick roll up.
Women's tag titles.
1, 2, 3. New tag team champions. New tag team champions.
Trish lost it for him. So it was... Oh, God. She's crying. She's fucking crying.
Liv.
Oh, my fucking God.
She always
Seriously. I
cries.
fucking can't stand her and her crying crap. Oh, God. No crying.
15 minutes, 27 seconds.
So
I predicted this.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
And the reason I didn't know they were going to do it with Trish, but I did know they were going to do it because they don't want Ronda to beat Becky when they put the titles on Ronda.
Exactly. Because it makes Becky look weak.
Yes.
So Liv will be the one that takes the pin because they don't want Rack Rod to be weak either because Rack Rod's an up-and-coming star that they want to make into Rhea Ripley at some point. No, I get it.
Trish Stratus, the old, what would you call her? Dragon?
Let's see. Let's see. Films like Go Live Go. Piccolo says, I told you about faces are always on the hard cam and on the left. Yeah. Sophie says, my uncle could make chicken with some cereal. I forgot which cereal. Probably
Wheaties?
cornflakes. Cornflakes is my guess.
I've seen that too. Cornflakes, Wheaties.
Rob
Okay,
is
watch
like,
out
"Tears
for it
of
right here,
clown."
guys. Watch out for it right here, whatever's going to happen.
Chris says, crowd is dead.
Keep watching.
Trish gonna attack her too?
Something's going to happen here.
Because
Or they
she's
wouldn't
talking
keep
in
them
her
in
face so much. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Becky's like, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Well, Becky is kind of a
Here.
bad guy.
Here it is.
There it is. Trish is a bad guy.
Seen it coming 2.5 miles away.
Trish is a bad guy with everything. Bow, bow, bow. Oh, let's see. Hassan says, I did enjoy Lakewood Church on Easter Sunday morning, and I saw Easter Parade, and it was good yesterday. Good deal, Hassan. That's awesome. Robbie says, D'Lo with an adventurous palate, drinking water. Adventurous palate, yes. Sophie says, my dog is weird about rain. Sometimes she's okay with going out in it, and sometimes she goes in and out. Robbie's like, I told you, do you live one? Yeah. Chris says, new champ.
Yes. Because Trish is a backstabber.
Robbie's like, you would cry too if it happened to you? No. Sophie says, I got chocolate chip cookies and M&M cookies for Easter, and my mom brought me a big bag of M&Ms. It's a lot of candies. Sophie says, this is how they start the Trish-Becky feud. Rick says, gotta go early. Bye. Love y'all. Bye, Rick. Thanks for hanging out with us a little bit tonight. Hopefully we'll see you later this week. Maybe Wednesday when we'll be back for AEW or Friday for SmackDown. Robbie says, someone is going to get hit. Chris says, Liv crybaby more because she win. Oh, yeah. Vinegar's like, happy Liv got a belt again. But, yeah, it was predictable. Backlash will probably have Becky versus Trish versus Lita. Harley says, am I the only person who put peanut butter on my pancakes or French toast? No, Harley. I've done that, too. It's good.
Good stuff. Trish with the heel turn.
Ooh, John Sparklin's like, I called it. Sophie's like, I thought they were going to save Trish versus Becky for SummerSlam, and I wonder how Lita is going to react to this.
Well, of course, she's done.
Piccolo's like, yeah, that was obvious as fuck. Robbie's like, do you remind me of the actor Jack Black when you get excited? Oh, that's great.
Nothing wrong with Jack Black.
Especially as Nacho Libre. Ayla, where the hell did you go?
Owens. Sami Zayn is not there.
Flight delays for Sami Zayn and Matt.
Exactly what they said. Mm-hmm. Well, what's the point of taking the flight? Let's take the later flight. Well, if you're going to miss the show, what's the point of flying there?
I don't know.
Get him, Solo.
He only has one leg. My God, what happened to his other leg?
It got smashed with like a cart.
Yeah, I saw that. But it fell off?
Yeah, it's gone. Mm-hmm. Amputated at the hip.
It's awful. Sophie says, where does Lita fit into this Trish Beck feud, though? Who knows, Sophie? Chris says, damn crowd didn't care and the announce team didn't sell it. Why would they? Robbie's like, Travis, are you a Paul Heyman guy?
I don't not like him, but he's kind of goofy anymore. He used to be a lot cooler about 2-3 years ago. Now he's kind of like a goofy, slimy guy.
Yeah.
And he didn't used to be that way.
Yeah.
We the ones.
What?
He's talking about him being the slimy one.
Oh, definitely. Robbie's like, Ayla went to do washing, a little energy efficient washing. I guess.
Solo. Kevin Owens, one-on-one later on tonight.
What? With his one leg?
Yeah, that's what he said. He's the proverbial one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest.
So he says, it's weird Brock turned heel last week and Trish turned heel tonight. John says Brock attacked the pilot. Took him to Suplex City. Vindicator says, sounds like people weren't missing Riddle that much, LOL. Nobody misses that guy.
Come on.
Like, who does?
It's Riddle.
Like, it's weird. Vindicator said that, and Sophie says, I wonder how long they had this Trish Stratus heel turn plan. Pickle says, I'm absolutely a Paul Heyman guy. ECW.
Oh, yeah. Well, Paulie Dangerously before ECW.
Sophie says, it is looking like we might get Solo the Usos versus Zayn, Riddle, and Owens at Backlash. Robbie says, Cola, only you would. Vindicator says, I'm leaving early if Owens and Solo is the main event. I like them both, but that is not a fresh match. I have no idea what the main event is.
It's probably that.
The Usos are on tonight, too, Vin, against the whatchamacallums.
Yeah, damn.
Alpha Academy, that's the name.
Otis. Otis looks great, but not the other gremlin-looking guy. That's hilarious. Is that Jack Black? It is.
Where's Jack Black?
That's funny. They have Jack Black in Star Wars. Hey, that was Apollo. Apollo Creed. They got all sorts of actors on there.
Chris says ECW Paul Heyman is different than watered down WWE version.
Oh yeah, they're all different. Like I said, Paulie Dangerously was way, way, way better. I thought you meant today.
Piccolo says bonus cause classic machismo punk is a Heyman guy. Machismo. Sophie says at least Heyman explained that a few people aren't there tonight. Robbie's like, Otis, bring back the worm. And Vindicator's like, Otis is now Otis. Boom's like, let's go, baby Raquel and Liv won. Yes,
yes,
man,
they did.
I'm so happy that they won. Yes. Sophie says, I don't know why most of the roster are having flight issues. Could be anything. Could be anywhere from weather issues to who their flights were from or out of, or
who they were with,
pilot issues. Who knows?
Was Riddle trying to get drugs on the plane?
Yeah, could have been a problem. Vindicator says, I noticed male models are not on TV anymore since Vince came back. I thought he was into that kind of stuff.
I think he was taking them apart before he left.
Robbie says, is this Braun Breaker guy going to join Raw? I don't know.
No.
Walter's like, Trish turned
eventually,
heel?
but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did, Walter. Harley says, what's the Trish Stratus turn the sets of her Trish versus Becky and Lita versus Bailey?
Maybe. Maybe it's a tag team match because they don't want them to go one-on-one for too long.
Right. Walter's like, new tag team champs? Okay. Yep, Walter, Raquel, and Liv. Which is the same as when it was Raquel and Dakota Kai. Nothing different.
Last time Trish wrestled, wasn't it her loss to Charlotte?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that was the last time I seen her. So she's not beating Becky. You know what I'm saying? She's not beating Becky.
Yeah.
If she lost to freaking Charlotte.
Chris says we need Scotty Too Hottie return, LOL.
Right?
Robbie says Trish is a Wally. She can't wrestle anymore. Walter says, okay, at 9:30 I'm going. I'll be here Wednesday, 8 p.m. for AEW, but I'm still in the chat now. And Sophie's like, I expected
Money
a
in the
Trish Hill
ghetto.
turn, but I didn't expect it to happen tonight. I thought they were going to save it for a lot longer.
Yeah, we all kind of noticed it after Lita was down.
Well, Walter says, Robbie, no. And Robbie's like, what's the best way to wash caps? Are you talking about, like, baseball caps?
So what I do is put them in the dishwasher. Obviously without dishes in there.
I wonder if you don't have a dishwasher because he's in England.
A balloon, some soap, some starch, and a rubber band. So you take your hat, you wash it in the sink, you take a balloon and you put it inside where your head goes, you blow it up, tie it off, let it dry for a little bit. You could hair dry it if you have a hair dryer, if they allow those in the UK. I don't know what the deal is.
They have hair dryers.
Well, I know. You just said they don't have dishwashers.
Well, they have dishwashers, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay, anyways. So then
I don't know if they
you
have.
spray
Everybody
starch
does.
on your hat, and it gets it the shape. So if you want this, if you do a round bill, then you round it to where you like it, and then you put a couple rubber bands around it. I put a Coke can right here. So you put a Coke can or a pop can, whatever. Wrap it, rubber band it, use hot water. It'll kind of almost shrink, but not really, and it'll be completely fitted when you're done after it dries. But you use starch in there too, and then it'll be not hard, but it'll be firmer, which is nice. But I don't know what kind of hat you use. I don't know what style you wear.
Robbie's like, yeah, and John says a top rack and a dishwasher. Robbie, yep.
Yeah.
Sophie says hopefully Trish has a storyline reason on why she turned on both Lita and Trish, and or Lita and Becky. Sophie corrected. Robbie says dishwasher. Does that actually work? Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Walter says so. Lita got attacked. Trish is leaving, going home. Yeah, we think Lita got attacked by Trish, and that's why she did what she did.
The riffraff waiting for Bailey. I think she was.
Uh-huh.
You can't beat her. Send him back.
One of us.
Send him to the minors.
One of us. One of us. Robbie's like baseball cap. So we understand what you're talking about, Robbie, but it's a different, like, so there's a difference, right? You have the newer
bill.
version of people who like the flat fucking bill caps. And then you have the curved cap of the 90s.
And then
So
there's-
how do you like to wear your baseball caps? Because that's going to make a difference on what you do after it's washed or when you're washing it and how you wash it.
Right. And how you fit it. Because if you like the flat bill, then you have to get a flat thing and crimp it down so it stays flat while it dries.
Chris says Trish will aligning with Brock in sex celebration in the middle of the ring, causing Brock's wife Sable to return and feud with Trish.
Boom.
Wow, Chris, okay. Robbie's like, Bailey
Fantasy
looks
booking.
piff, what going on? And Sophie's like, I wonder if Trish made Becky lose on purpose. Yes.
Yes.
Piccolo says Bailey makes neon highlighters look fine. And Vindicator says, oh, what's with Dakota showing so much cleavage that she doesn't have tonight?
Yeah, right, with her bra.
her bra top. Walter's like, boo, Bailey and her group. Sophie's like, I wear my baseball caps the normal way. What's the normal way?
I would assume this is normal.
The curved way? Like you curve your baseball caps? Walter's like, Bobby Lashley for the win against Bronson Reed. We'll see how that goes. He should win. Robbie says, flat. I don't bend my caps. Yeah. So, like, if you like flat bill, then when it's drying, you'll have to figure out how to keep it flat. Whether it's with something to put on it to lay it flat, or a clamp or something.
Right. They have hangers. That's
Yeah.
what I would use. They have a hanger that snaps.
Yeah, that. Chris says surfboard Kai chest. That's effed up, man. Oh my God, Chris. Sophie says the Travis way. Yeah.
The Travis. I think they're
Curve.
They started calling them dad hats.
The 90s way.
Right.
Don't worry, it'll come back around.
Oh, it is. It's back.
Chris says sexy, no rock Kai. Sophie says, I don't do the dishes. I use paper plates.
It's a good way to do it, especially on Earth Day.
I'm going to use like so many paper plates that day.
You should get plastic ones.
Pickle's like adjustable snap or fitted caps.
Yep, and then that matters too because that tells you how hot you can go with your water.
Chris says flat caps are trash. This isn't 2005 and more like 06 Gucci Mane. Walter says my Easter was good. Sunday, went to church and had Easter candy. Nice. Easter candy. Robbie says, I think I will hand wash my caps.
Yes, and that's a good way to do it. That's how I used to do it. And that's where you get the balloon, the pop can, and then the rubber bands. But if you don't do the round, then you wouldn't do the rubber bands and the pop can. But you'd still do the balloon because you want that back to stay up, this piece.
Uh-huh.
And then you starch it. So you can the starch, you just shh, like you're spray painting it.
Mm-hmm.
And do a heavy starch, or I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called heavy starch.
Yes. Chris says adjustable caps for the win. Sophie says some hats don't fit my head.
Yeah.
Rob says, has the Tonga Kid been inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame?
You know, I have no idea. I didn't think China was in the Hall of Fame. And what I was watching the other day, they were talking about China, and she's in the Hall of Fame.
Is she?
I'm like, what the... when did China go into the Hall of Fame? But they were talking about Triple H and how they inducted her, and they wished that she was alive when it happened. And I'm like...
They must have done it right after she died then.
I have no idea when they did it. I just thought it was
They're
weird.
like, we felt bad that she died, and we never made amends because we're jackasses.
Like, I feel like that's one of those Mandela effects. Because I'm pretty sure she wasn't in the Hall of Fame, but now she's in the Hall of Fame. Either that or I dreamt it. But I'm pretty sure I watched a thing on her.
Remember, Pickle says you can tell when you're a Florida man if you ever rocked a visor upside down and wore FUBU back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Those visors were the shiznit.
Sophie says, I don't know what type of hat style. I actually like the one that fits my head. Chris says, just spot wash caps or just spray it with Febreze. And sometimes you can't do that. Sometimes you have to do some deep cleaning. Walter says, cool t-shirts, Travis and Daphne, blue and red. Yeah.
Woo.
Like most of my chat people right now.
Yeah. Matching. It's a good setup you did. Where it's all blue and red. And white.
I think the only one that's different right now is Rob's. His is like a pink.
It's manly. So they brought Bobby out first, and they're going to bring Bronson in.
Ugh. Pre-Cola says I never wore a bucket hat, but it's gotten very popular about a decade ago. I know, right? It's weird.
Which one's a bucket hat?
The one that what's-his-face wears on AEW.
Okay.
Jack Swagger
I might
or
need to
whatever
get
his
me
name
one
is.
of those anyways, but I think I have one that I use in the yard.
Yeah, the brown one that I got you.
Yeah. I have a white one too, I think.
So it says China in the Hall of Fame with DX. So not by herself.
Oh, so she's not individually in the Hall of Fame.
So, okay, so if she's not individually in the Hall of Fame, then I don't really count it as she's in the Hall of Fame. If she went in with a group, it's not the same. Like, she needs to go in as just China being China.
Right.
Not with the fucking group she was with. Rob says, so in Io turning on Bailey, Rob would make a good feud. Mm-hmm. John says, Travis, your cap wash system is like a 12-step program.
It is.
It is. Like, if you love your caps, that's what you do.
I used to, like, collect them and stuff. I don't anymore, but I always had nice ones that were all fitted and perfect.
Some of them.
Well, yeah, but I haven't done anything with those. Those are stock.
Yeah.
Those are all stock. Those all need to be done. But they have stickers on them, and I didn't want the stickers to go bad. I just need the red Raw hat like that, and it just doesn't exist.
I know. It used to. As Chris says, no, China went into Hall of Fame with DX in 19. The video is on WWE YouTube channel, not a Mandela effect.
Okay.
But in a way it is, because we're talking about China going into the Hall of Fame as her own individual person wrestler, not with a group of people. Like Triple H has gone into the Hall of Fame how many times because he went in as Triple H.
And
he went in with the DX and whatever else.
What is that group called? Evolution.
Yeah, or whatever, yeah.
I don't think they're in there yet, but they will.
Right, that kind of stuff. Robbie says, is it yellow t-shirts for NXT? No. So he says, I like wearing shoes. I don't like wearing sandals. We have the black ones with the gold that we did. For like AEW and NXT when it was still gold.
Come on, Bobby.
Rainbow.
This match has already went on too long.
Pickle says, I heard OxyClean and a toothbrush is a good way to clean hats.
I bet you that would work. I've never used OxyClean. I've got a box of it downstairs. It's a powder. Never used it.
Robbie says, bucket hats are fresh. Got a few. Chris says, so many videos of people crying of who's in charge. Who cares? He just grew a mustache, people. Robbie's like, Bobby winning. Yeah? He's
Bobby
gonna
got
win?
kicked coming in.
Chris says, yeah, I don't count it. She's in the group, not by herself. Yeah. Walter says, I hear flight delays for WWE. Sorry, fans. Some of them won't be there. Yeah, Sammy, Riddle, a couple others.
Oh, shit.
This is dumb.
Well, Bobby should have already won it.
What a
I don't like
fucking...
when they push these matches this long.
What a fucking downgrade for Bobby Lashley. This is just fucking stupid. Now, maybe it's because of the flight delay stuff or something like that.
Right.
Maybe that's what the problem is, but...
Yeah, but they planned this one out last week.
Kinda, yeah. I don't know. Just
well, now you
dumb.
know, because I told you.
Well, I remember him talking to him, and then Ali, made some comment, and then he went out and kicked his ass.
Right.
So.
How creepy is that? That'd be fun.
So creepy. The Indicator says Corey is not shy about letting the world know he's a fan of big meaty men slapping meat. LOL, ew, gross, as Dalitha would say.
Lots of meat
yeah,
slapping.
nasty. Bryce says, wow, that is crazy. Trish had turned heel. Yep.
Yeah, she's heel.
Indicator making his cheesy grin. And Bryce says, oh, hey, I gotta go. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Hopefully, bye. Peace out. Bye, Bryce. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully, see you Wednesday.
Do you think Bobby can get that fat man's body in the Hurt Lock?
I don't know. He's done it to some other fat men.
Really?
Bobby says, how was Bobby gonna suplex that man? Pickle says, I maybe have about 60 plus since I collected them from high school. Your bucket hats?
Just hats, probably. But
John
yeah.
says, one reason China won't be in Hall of Fame herself, Stephanie. Fuck Stephanie. She has nothing to do with it anymore. Stephanie is on nothing. And China should be in the Hall of Fame as a wrestler. Chris says Jonah versus Lashley. Madden World 207 in the chat. Hey, Madden World says hi. Poop. Yeah, poop.
Poop. It's a bunch of poop. Poop mouth.
Robbie's like, defuming. Walter's like, okay, bye, guys. See you Wednesday at 8 p.m. for AEW. All right, Walter.
We'll
Thanks
be
for hanging
here.
out with us. See you on Wednesday. Chris says, I think WWE is thinking since Jonah, a.k.a. Bronson Reed, went to New Japan, so now he's somehow automatically better. Just because you go to Japan doesn't make you a star.
It's just because Triple H brought him back.
Yeah. Madden's like, she is hot. That's fantastic. Vinegar's like, yeah, crowd probably got news before the show about the issues, and they have not been into any of these matches tonight, but decided we paid tickets, so got to stay and watch on our hands anyway. I think that happens a lot with a lot of stuff.
Look at that. What's his name again?
Who?
Tony Hawk.
Yes.
Tony Hawk is doing heart medicine, basically.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
He's like, all you skateboarders, you remember doing the skateboarding and the ollie-in and stuff? Now take care of your heart.
Right? So he's like, my dog likes to wake me up at random times, and sometimes she wakes me up an hour or two after the last time she wakes me up. Okay. Put her in a crate. Film's like, Bryce, take care, bro. Pickle's like, when I had worked regularly in restaurants, I used to collect swag of craft beer and liquor merch. I had a Tennessee Fire whiskey hat. That was my favorite.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool beans. Cool beans. Beans in the cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
What did she live through? Millennia or something?
I don't know, but it's
Miss
Mrs.
Davis.
Davis, who's a nun. That's weird.
She's got Miss Davis eyes.
His Pico is like, thank you, next. Yes. So if he says, I don't like bucket hats because it doesn't fit my head.
Yeah. You might have to buy one that fits your head.
Get an adjustable one.
Get a deeper bucket.
Get a deeper bucket.
Wait, they just came back from a commercial.
Yeah. They came back from a commercial, and they're throwing a commercial in the middle of this grotesquely retarded match of supposedly how Bronson Reed's so much better than he really is. Great. Film's like, Piccola, I got a question for you. Woo, yippee skippy. More armpit questions.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like that?
Get him, Bronson. You're better than Bobby.
Yeah, that's what
we keep hearing.
That's what we're getting told right now. You're so much better than Bobby. That's why this match is so long.
Bobby, no! Bobby hit him.
You're gonna hurt him.
Bobby's a bully. He needs to lose the...
No, Bobby, no.
Oh, spear.
Oh, no, he got him in his gut hole.
Uh-oh. Neck breaker. No.
Oh, he didn't get him. Oh.
Bronson, thank goodness he's fighting
Oh,
back.
no. What's this? Oh, what is that? Oh.
Spinning neck breaker. That's called the spinning neck breaker.
Is that what that is?
That is exactly what
Weird.
that is. Call it the hurt neck breaker. I don't know. Can he get him up, though? He's going to suplex him. He's going to hold him up. Bullshit. Well, we knew he could snap suplex him. I thought he was going to hold him up. You know he does that.
Yeah. I don't think he can. That Bronson's a fatter pants. So if he's like, do you like Colts? For some reason, my mom and roommate are very interested in them.
Colt, are you talking about baby horses?
No. Like Jonas-Berg and people drinking Kool-Aid.
Oh. Jonestown.
Those guys. Yeah. Pickle says,
Heaven's Gate.
I'm not here on Twitch. Hit me up in 20. There you go. You'll have to save your question, film, and ask later. Sophie says, no wonder why this
There
Raw
it is.
feels like
Oh,
it was
no.
going by
Bronson
fast.
took him down.
Can't say that about last
Did
week.
he collapse his lung?
Ravi's like, the hurt lock?
That might do it. That's it. No, Bobby kicked out.
No, Bobby, no.
So somebody got out of the hurt lock. He had him.
Yes.
Bronson's going to end it.
Oh, God.
Fat man in a little ring.
Run away, Bobby. Run away. John says, what did the saggy boob say to the other saggy boob? Better perk up, or they'll think we are nuts.
Oh, shit.
Jesus. Rob says, how is Coco Beware in the Hall of Fame and the Tonga Kid is not?
I have no idea. That's funny.
Sophie says, at least this is a fresh match.
I didn't know Coco Beware was in there.
Rafi's like, Bronson winning? Yeah? Sophie's
It
like,
looks like it.
how is Tori Wilson and Stacey Keebler in the Hall of Fame, but Mrs. Elizabeth isn't, since she was the first female of wrestling?
First lady.
First lady of wrestling?
Spear?
Drugs.
Oh, no, he ran into a knee. Bronson's going to win this, guys. No, look at the power.
Oh,
Bobby.
Jesus. Vindicator says, there was a lot of talk about pancakes earlier tonight. Bobby probably knows what that feels like now.
Yeah.
Robbie says, Bobby can't run. Come on, do you with the jokes. Somebody else said that. John Sparkland gave
Here
us
it is.
that joke.
This time he's going to tap him. Bronson's going to tap. Bronson's going to tap this time.
Wonder if he just fell down.
No, he's falling out.
Fuck.
Fat man rolls out of the ring.
Jesus Christ. God, this is fucking stupid. Rob was like, Sophie, great point. It's like, no wonder why all these matches are long.
Is he going to beat him with this Andre the Giant? Why does he have his trophies still?
I don't know.
Who carries their trophies around? I won a trophy the other week. You should want to see it. It's right here.
I'm going to carry mine around when I win one. I don't know what it's going to be.
When I win my next fantasy baseball trophy, I'm going to carry it around with me. Oh, there it is. Bronson Reed disqualified. 10 minutes.
This is fucking dumb.
Oh, wait, no. Is it a count out? It's a double count out. They drew with Bobby Lashley.
This is dumb. So, Andre the Giant, the
Bust?
the thingy,
Yeah.
the statue guy, has a penis. He just has a...
He's supposed to have a penis. He's a boy.
I understand that, but why did they have to make it a bump? Like they made it a thing.
He was very proud of his bump. He once stacked 5 Playboy models on top of each other and finger banged them all at the same time.
That's not true.
It's not dirty, Grandpa.
We all know it's not true. Oh, Jesus.
That's what De Niro tells him at the very end. Like, he's like, thanks, Grandpa. Thank you. Oh, there's Cody! His plane made it!
Rhodes. He's going to respond.
Cody, with a response.
Robbie's like, Dee shamelessly would carry her trophy about. Robbie's laughing. Vindicator says, yeah, this match will get low ratings because it was slow with no clear finish. It was just stupid to begin with. Like, why are we putting Bobby against some dumbass nobody called Bronson Reed? A big fat guy who's like, I'm strong. You're a nobody who shouldn't be even near that. It's like jobbery beneath crap. It's the stupid crap they keep doing to the guy. Robbie's like, decent feud. Sophie's like, do you see any of the people Triple H brought back get fired again with Vince being back in charge? Yeah, hit row.
I think
Mia
if
Yim.
I
Let's
think
get rid of her too.
Mia Yim can go, although she has a good body. I don't hate her. She just maybe not wrestle.
Ugh, God, I don't even want to see her, like at all. She's annoying in every aspect of existence.
Just because she's a terrible wrestler doesn't mean she's a bad person.
Oh, yeah? Want to bet? Have you seen her husband and what she's done to him? My God. Jesus fucking Christ. She's an abuser. She is literally an abuser. She's like, are you hungry?
He can say no.
No, I don't think he knows how. I think she has literally, what do you call that? Brainwashed him like a cult. See? Cults. She's brainwashed the poor guy thinking that he needs all that food. So if it's like, I'm guessing they're continuing the Bobby Bronson Reed feud.
Well, of course they are.
Of course they're going to do stupid shit because God forbid that Bobby actually gets put over. Let's put over some dumb fat guy that I don't even care to see on my television.
Dumb fat guy.
Yeah, that person's coming up short with his shortness. Yeah, win there or go home. Ouch. What's his face? You know that guy? He's that one actor, dude. weird commercial bubbles. Oh, gross. Seltzers. So weird. They're like, we really want to play with the, fruit beer game. Like wine coolers. Old wine coolers from back in the day. The Kit Kat people. It was one flavor called chicken.
What?
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 Oh, they're talking about how they all have all kinds of flavors of chicken sandwiches, but back in his day, they only had one flavor, and that was chicken. Which is weird, but okay. Cody Rhodes is coming out back from our commercial break, and he's going to come out and he's going to respond. I don't know what he's responding to, but he's going to respond. People are excited. People are up. People are like, yeah, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. I love him. Woo, it's Cody Rhodes. Yeah, woo.
What do you mean you don't know what he's going to respond to?
I really have no idea. What's he responding to?
He got jumped by Brock.
Oh, that's what he was responding to. Okay. Chris is like, they really are pushing Jonah. Yeah, Robbie's like, responding to nothing, I guess. Responding to your mom, Robbie.
Oh, that's rude.
Is it?
Request.
Yeah. Denied.
Ow.
Nobody wants to be Robbie's mom's friend.
Oh my god. Should I wear glasses?
No.
Sun's still out.
Is it?
Look behind you.
Chris is like, Cody wearing his Easter suit still. Yeah. Robbie's like, oi, that's a bit rude. Are you going to cry like Liv Morgan? Not surprising. Loser. He's got some issues with his rib cage. You can bring me in here and ask if I wanted some.
Yeah, stop.
I have a napkin. I have
Yeah.
nothing.
Cody has a microphone.
Bobby's laughing about that I'm a bully. Oh, am I? Sure.
Is Cody gonna cry?
I think he's going to cry.
Would we call him Rody? If we cried?
It's crybaby Cody. Rob's like, that's his little giant. What? Are you talking about Andre the Giant's penis in his pants?
Yeah.
That was like a comment from like 5 years ago. You're behind the times, Rob. Chris is ready for another youth pastor lecture from Cody tonight. Where I was like, yeah, you always just rude to me. Yeah, but you like it.
Now he's not even, she's
Weirdo.
not even rude to you now. Now she's going after your maker.
The Lord.
His mother.
I learned all about the Lord this weekend. Don't eat that hair that's right there.
I'm mixing the little crumbs. What do you want to talk about?
People like, he's on AOL Messenger. Robbie's like, what happened to Dustin Rhodes? He is supposedly retired. He's probably on Dark in AEW helping all the young kids. Oh my god, he was talking about it and finishing the story. And then they were like, you bastard.
He failed.
He's undripping. Undripping.
He's undripping. He got rid of his chlamydia. He's
unzipping a dress. Zipping and dress do not commingle well together. Or I was like, AOL Messenger, do you still use that? No, I never used it in my entire life.
Around.
I was a Yahoo Messenger girl, not AOL. AOL sucked balls.
I would still use Yahoo Messenger.
Me fucking too, the bastards. Or ICU chat or whatever it was. It was this little chat thing. It was pretty cool. You didn't have to be on Yahoo to use it.
Yeah, no, I even downloaded it itself. Remember, it had its own thing, so you could just have it on your computer all the time.
Yeah. That ICU was like that too. I know. That's fine. Chris says unzip live zippers. Grisson. Ravi says MSN Messenger was the one. People's like, WhatsApp or Snapchat. WhatsApp or Snapchat? Not the same. It's just not the same. Sophie says Cody versus Brock is an interesting feud.
I use Snapchat, but just like with my daughter and her.
Yeah. And it's usually to send me weird videos. Hey, can you hear me on this microphone? I'm going to go across the yard. I have my camera there. Watch me. It's like...
Hey, I'm standing by the trailer.
Okay, I'm going to go out here to the road. Okay, I'm passing a tree now. Okay,
Squirrel.
there's a tree in my way. Hey, tree. If you're just joining us, Cody Rhodes is out here. He is responding to his beatdown that he received, and he's sad about it.
So, there is this website called Temu, like Temu, and they sell stuff.
You
like
can buy things.
And you can get stuff so cheap it's ridiculous. And it works. And it's like good stuff. Like it's not cheaply built.
I'm sure you could get cheap crap.
You could get cheap stuff if you go out of your way. But if you just buy their like normal price shit. And I'm talking like, I bought this lapel microphone that's wireless that plugs into your phone that works from at least 100 feet away.
I can hear you really clear.
Yeah. It worked perfect.
I didn't know it came from them. Was in the brown box in your chair when I got here earlier today?
That's my stick.
Oh.
The stick for recording things.
Yeah. Ravi says LLD, and Cody is very boring on the mic. No, he's not. He's just rehashing stuff that happened, and so he wants people to be involved in his story. Pickle's like, in bulk? What about in bulk? Sort of like Amazon bidding? No, it's not bidding. Like that. They literally had it as an advertisement during the Super Bowl. And I was like, oh, that's really weird. And I looked into it and I was like, I'm going to try it out.
So she bought some cheap stuff and it was actually pretty nice cheap stuff.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, I'll download, I'll try it. And I buy expensive stuff from them.
Yeah.
And it all works. Like, and when I say expensive, I mean like $10.
Yeah.
Because it's normally $60.
I've been buying Leopold's cat collars with the bows on there.
Those are $7 a piece.
They're on Amazon. They're normally like $8.99 to $6.99 for one or two. Sometimes they go up to like $15.99 for two. And I've gotten like most of them for either $2 or under per cat collar. And they're the ones that have the breakaway. So if you got caught on something, it would just snap off. Not break it. It would just break apart so he could get away.
Come unhitched.
Come unhinged. Pickle's like, that, and Ravi says, yes, very boring and long. Well, they had to have somebody talk, Ravi, and it's almost at the end. It's almost the top of the third hour. It happens.
So I bought like a whole bunch of like HDMI cables, but like the 8K ones, like the top of the line ones, and those are usually like $20.
Mm-hmm.
Like anywhere from like $12 to $20 on Amazon. You get them for like $3 a piece.
Yeah. Yeah, why would he?
You can spend $10 on them if you want. If you want like a 50-footer. But I don't know why I need a 50-foot. Well, actually, I have one.
Ravi says...
Bad idea.
Yeah. Ravi says, go on D, finding the best deals. All do would haggle at the market. No. Maybe. Wouldn't you? Come on, Ravi. You're probably really good at haggling. Considering. People is like, what's it called again? It's called Temu. T-E-M as in Mary. U as in you.
It's orange, the app, if you download it.
Yeah.
Shit's legit, though. And it works. And it takes about 9 to 14 days to get it. But if you don't get it within those 14 days, they give you $5. And it works. Like, it's real money. They've done it twice to me.
Yeah.
So I got $10. And it all was in one order. I got $10 off. I'm like,
And granted, it's like stuff from China. But
it's the same
most
stuff
of the stuff on Amazon is from China. It's just already in the States, so it gets to you faster, right?
Faster.
So this stuff is from China, so it takes a little bit longer. But in all reality, most of the stuff I'm getting from there, I don't need it right away, so it doesn't really matter to me.
If you need it fast, don't order. But if you like know that you might need something.
I mean, if you need it fast, you're going to go to a local fucking place and buy it there, which we do, and utilize our local businesses and, you know, not conglomerate big business places like small box stores and, you know, individually owned ones as much as we can.
Brock. He's calling out Brock.
Cole says, what's it called again? And Ravi says, I did hustle my barber to give me a free shave. I would not be surprised, Ravi. You seem like the type that would do that to your own barber. He sees a victim and pray. The first time in his life. That's ridiculous.
Bring me some nuts on the silver platter.
Bringing you anything.
Get a plat like a silver.
I'll just get a silver platter and you can take your pants off.
That's disgusting.
you're the one talking about nuts on a silver platter, you wacko. What you doing, buddy?
There it is. Calling him out. So Cody just called it WrestleMania Backlash.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said, what do you think about at WrestleMania Backlash?
That's weird. I wouldn't expect him to call it that. I thought they were getting away from the whole Backlash WrestleMania thing. Maybe because Vince is back, they're like, call it WrestleMania Backlash.
I just want to know if we're calling it WrestleMania Backlash now. Because Cody just did. Cody's a trend starter. Bad idea, Cody. All right, well, anyways, they're showing what happened last Friday night and how Sami Zayn lost to Jey Uso in a singles match after a Samoan spike. But we do have Kevin Owens, the one-legged man, tonight in an ass-kicking contest going up against Solo Sikoa. I would assume that's going to be the main event, but I do not know. It could be the tag team match with the Uso Penitentiary because they are wrestling tonight also. But it looks like both Bloodline segments are going to be in that second hour. Third hour, sorry. The Trace. Oh, they're starting it right now. So we got the Uso Penitentiary coming out right now. 6 minutes before the hour. Did you? Usos! An Alpha Academy. Let's go, Oos. All right, it's commercial break. That wasn't a very long little wrestling segment there. Because we're back to commercials already. Didn't they just come back from a commercial when Cody started talking? What? 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 Yeah, I said, didn't they just come back from a commercial? Yeah, they're already at another one.
Really?
Yeah. The Usos came down to the ring and then they cut to commercial. Otis is talking. That's funny. It's a press conference. Chad still uses a nightlight. He never calls his mother.
He never calls his mother.
He's an ugly crier. It's a Snickers commercial. Have a Snickers. He'd have to eat more than one of those. Is Snickers promoting obesity?
Did you say that Snickers is promoting obesity?
It could be.
Why do you
It's not silver.
Pacha! What?
That's not silver.
It's because can't get, sir.
It's communal nuts.
Communal? Yes. The indicator says, I feel bad for Cody being dragged into this nothing story because Brock being jealous at this point in his career is very logical.
I think they're using Brock as a tool, the company, not Brock.
Right. Philip's like, then what up? And Chris says, makes no sense Cody going from Roman's storyline. Well, he's got to take care of business, right? Robbie's like, so Usos, is this a new feud or just a squash match? Nope. Go lay down. Go lay down. You need to go lay down, sir.
Okay, first of all, they're taking Cody out of the Bloodline storyline.
Yeah.
And the only way they can do that is a bigger story, which there's no bigger story. So the closest bigger story they have is Brock. But that's how you get people out of storylines.
Argus, look. Over there. On your bed. Find it.
There's two.
And as for the Usos and this new feud or a squash match, I'm guessing it's going to be a squash match. I don't know how they could have a feud with the Alpha Academy.
It's not a feud.
It wouldn't make any sense. They fell off their pedestal, and now they got to start from the bottom or fight somebody, right?
Right. And not to mention Riddle and Sammy's not there.
And Kevin Owens going up against Solo, so they'll probably have something to do with that later. You know, it'll be stupid. USFL.
Just Backlash. Cody screwed up. He should be fired.
Is it really going to be their biggest superstars?
All of them. Except for Roman.
Yeah, because there's no way he's going to be there.
Maybe no Drew, I don't know. No Charlotte, maybe? We used to have somebody came in here all the time that was from there, didn't we?
Yeah. Nope.
Talked about boxing quite a bit. Logan Paul.
A multi-year deal this time. Instead of just 1 year at a time. Interesting.
He's just going to wrestle the big pay-per-views.
Right. Shoosh, please. So is What's-Her-Face going to be out there to...
Maxine?
Is Otis? Oh, I was going to say, where is he?
Oh, look at him.
There's your other chunky monkey. Just have him and Bronson Reed go at it for a while.
I thought they were heading that way.
Right?
But they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't.
So we are in the third hour, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So basically 59 minutes and counting. Raw's just not long enough.
We're so full of crap.
All right, get in there, Gable.
What was like, do you like them big boned? No. Rob says, I'm probably behind the times on this, but I just found out that Jimmy J and Solo are all Rikishi's sons. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solo looks just like him.
Yeah.
And he uses a Maga Samoan spike, which is way cool. Is Solo gonna do stink face?
Gross.
When his butt gets big? Because when his dad was young, he looked just like him, and then he got really fat in the butt.
Oh. Huh, weird.
All right, Otis starting it out with Jay. They didn't want Jay to close it down with a tag team main event. Ooh, look at the sexy. This game's flexing is sexy.
Robbie says, "Oh, I thought that was your sound." Nope, all you, Robbie. I think you're the one that likes it. You're the one that talks about it all the time.
Oh, showing the guns, Otis. Did he say "sexy's my brand, baby"? I don't know what he said.
Do you think
Get him, Jay.
he talks like that in normal life?
Oh yeah. Look at it. Look at him shaking it. Gun show.
It's borderline inappropriate, all right. Oh man.
I wonder if he'll live to 50.
Pickle says, "Did you watch the Yokozuna A&E special?" Rob.
No.
We didn't, but he's asking Rob if he did.
Oh.
Chris says, "Who wins in an ass hat gimmick match, Mr. Kennedy or LA Knight?"
Probably Kennedy.
Pickle says, "The one guy who's Rosie, you may have remembered him in 3-minute warning back in 2000s. That's Roman's older brother."
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
I feel like this is just some kind of weird.
It is. It's a gimmick match. It's to cut time. I don't think Chad Gable really won an Olympic gold medal.
I think he was in the Olympics, right?
Yeah, I think he got a bronze.
Yeah. Probably says, "D-Yellow, if you mix rum and chocolate mini eggs in a jar, leave it for a day, you get an intense Bailey's drink."
Sounds delicious.
Ew. Does it though? I don't know. That just...
All right, Chad Gable off the top. Clothesline. Takes him down. 1, 2. No, not even a 2. Jimmy kicking out early. I think
How
we're
do
all
you even
jealous
do that?
Kevin Patrick has this job.
What?
Is that I think we're all jealous that Kevin Patrick has this job.
Are
Like
we?
everybody that watches it goes, "Oh my god, how's this guy have this job?"
I do have to wonder why he is doing what he's doing.
Gotta be related to somebody.
Something, or they're like, you know what we need? We need a boring guy like Michael Cole, but talks unlike what's his face.
You mean the backstage? What do they call it?
They just switched places.
Mm-hmm.
Like they put him in his place, and Kevin took his spot on the commentator table.
I want to call him Sheldon Benjamin so bad that I can't think of his name. Byron Saxton.
Probably says, it is good. D, a 10 out of 10. Chris says, yeah, it's Rose and Jamal, a.k.a. Umaga. They were in a tag team in 02 or 03. Can they? Can they get back in it?
They're going to have to. Or they're going to lose. So now they have celebrity prank wars instead of just what they used to use. Remember how they used to do this all the time?
No, what was it?
God, what was his name? Ashton Kutcher.
Oh.
Punked.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I guess. Maybe. Maybe these are a lot more PG-ish pranks instead of what he liked.
Like when they got Justin Timberlake. Did you see that one?
I've never seen any of them, really.
Really? Those were great.
I mean, I knew about the show, but I never watched them. I didn't have MTV. I never watched it because I didn't grow up having it. I didn't watch it later on either. So
yeah, he got Justin Timberlake. He had the IRS repossessing all of his stuff. He was in it with his mom.
Oh.
So they went into his house and they took his stuff out.
Right.
Not all of it, but a lot of it, like his expensive stuff, like paintings and stuff, and they just had him in the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
And his cars were getting stickered and stuff. And he came home and he was they were taking his guitars. They were putting them in the back of a truck.
Right.
And he's like, "What's going on? You didn't pay your taxes last 4 years.
Oh God.
Your accountant's going to jail. All sorts of stuff." And he's
right.
He's freaking out. He's sitting on the steps, kind of rocking.
Oh, poor guy.
They're like, "Well, we better go." After Kushner's like, "You big punk." He's like, "You son of a bitch." Shit was great. But it was a little too far, but
right.
It's all good.
Pico says I never really was a fan of sweet and alcohol. And Pico says I do enjoy more citrus-like drinks. Robbie says, D, you loved your boy Saxon on commentary, laughing. Sure, Robbie. Pico's punked. Sometimes they had Bieber on it. My fave MTV shows were Pimp My Ride or Cribs.
I remember the Pimp My Ride.
Robbie's like, I remember that show on MTV. And Pico's like, good times.
Remember they would just take the weirdest cars and pimp them out? It was like, why don't you just buy him a new car? Well, his dad gave him that before he died. So
why'd you make it so stupid? Chris says Yanks lose to Guardians. And Robbie says Cribs and Pimp My Ride, they were staged.
The Indians won? That's cool.
Oh. Yeah, the Yankees lost.
The Indians. Which I always like when that happens. That was my mom's favorite team.
Who?
The Indians. I think it was because of the films.
Right.
But when I collected cards, she would take all the Indian cards out.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the packages and stuff. Pretty funny, actually. I'll be like, quit taking my cards. She put them in the sheets,
Mm-hmm.
Not house sheets, but the sheets, the plastic sheets.
Right. We're back from our
That's Jimmy in there with
break.
Chad Gable.
Mm-hmm.
Shoosh.
And films like Piccolo, Misty, and Travis who will win an armpit dinner match, Bailey or Sasha Banks. Bailey wins. Robbie says these matches are longer tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, they probably had to fill some time.
Yeah.
They should have put LA Knight on.
Maybe he was part of the flight problem.
Let me talk to you. Yeah. Whoa! Got him over. Yeah, if it's the 8th, that's going to be a crazy time to have the draft. May 8th.
May?
May. They could do it May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Too bad it lands on a Friday. No, wait, no. Thursday, huh?
Yeah, May the 4th.
Well, that's not too bad.
They could do it on pay-per-view.
We could watch like a old Star Wars. Luke Skywalker one.
I know what you're talking about.
Hmm?
Like Return of the Jedi, or would you just
Yeah.
watch the first one?
No, like Return of the Jedi. Like the actual ones from the 70s.
A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, the real ones.
Or vice versa. It goes New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi.
Hmm.
The real ones is what you'd call them.
The real ones.
The original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the 90s trilogy, and then you have the millennial trilogy. Come on, Otis.
Yeah, Otis. You only got a 2 count, dude.
Oh, yeah. Shoosh.
Is it gonna worm at him?
You better worm. Poor Otis. He can't even scratch his knees.
There it is. The worm.
Oh, and he hit it too. Jimmy's
Got
done.
him.
That might have broke his clavicle.
Chris is like, Tiffany Stratton versus Scarlett in an 18+ sexy oil wrestling match. Who wins?
I don't know. We all do, I guess.
Yes.
Anybody that watches.
He says, oh, that's super fucked up on so many levels, man. But is it? It was pretty mild for what you normally say, Chris. Pico says they should. Haha, bring Bray for a segment. Isn't he broken or cried about something? We haven't seen
Who knows
that guy in a while. That shit fell through like
Jay
real
flies
far.
through, lands right on against a wall. Might as well just hit a wall. Jimmy hit him though. Jimmy cracked corn. He don't care. Double thrust kick. Otis right on top of the table, slides off the backside. Gable comes off the top. Moonsault. Gable just using that top rope. High risk. Big headbutt. That might do it. Jimmy kicks out.
Chris says, what? Shoosh. What? Shoosh. Film's like, okay, great pick, Miss D. And Travis or Ravi says, excuse me, he didn't say that. Ravi says, should the Royal Rumble be a 2-night event? Oh, God, no. No. Ew. No.
You mean like, would they close it down with the women's the first night and then the men's the second night?
Chris is like, sleepless in Seattle. Yeah, sleepless, all right.
Sleepless in Seattle?
No, sleepless.
I like sleeveless.
Maybe.
There's got him in an ankle lock.
Film's like, no way for 2 nights at the Royal Rumble. Oh, Chris was like, crowd is behind Gable. Yeah,
Although I
don't
would
really
rather
like it,
watch a 2-night Rumble than a 2-night Mania. Because of when it is. Because there's nothing going on in January.
True.
Nothing. There's always something going on the 1st of April. That's a 3 count. And it's over. 13 minutes exact.
Well, at least they gave him a run for their money a little bit. Guess it didn't seem like they totally, like, got their asses handed to them.
We've had 4 matches tonight.
We've only had 4 matches.
Yeah, 4 good ones.
Hmm.
Probably should circle the winners here so I know who won. I don't remember who won. Did Finn Balor win? Yeah, he won.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool. Shortest match was 10 minutes. It was the Bobby Lashley one. Ended in a disqualification count-out thing. Double count-out.
Right.
Jimmy and Jay. Just 45 minutes left. Savor it, because it's almost over, guys.
Vinegar's like, okay, match, I guess, considering the circumstances. Yeah. I mean, they held their own, right? They didn't just get buried for 2 minutes.
Who's this?
Seizures.
Io. Right? That's Io Sky.
Io Sky, yeah.
So it's just Io doing singles? I thought it was Bailey said she was going to be in it. So it's Io in it?
Yep.
Bailey
I gave it to Io Sky.
Huh.
Interesting.
Dewdrop. Oh, wait, that's not her name anymore, huh?
Piper Niven.
I just want Niven.
Niven. God, out of this garbage heap. We would want Piper to win, I would suppose.
Reckoning.
Garbage person. Vindicator's like, time for the riffraff, but Io was good. Just need a string of quality opponents to battle.
I'd rather not watch her. I don't care who she wrestled.
Chris says, here comes Io Shirai, aka Bailey and the riffraff.
Bailey and the riffraff. Although I do like Dakota. It's like Goofy.
Right.
Are they trying to make it horror? I hope it has a cult following. I hope it's good that you're like, oh my god, that was great.
It's a Nicolas Cage movie. So they're like one of these things like, you either like it or you hate it. And it's not because you like or hate Nicolas Cage. Like, because there are some movies I can't stand him in, and other movies I'm like, yeah, this is really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
20% are going to hate it no matter what. 20% are going to love it no matter what. What are you going to do with the rest of the 60%?
I'm a huge Dracula fan, so hopefully he'll play the part well, because Chris says Bailey is jelly.
I hope so. I hope she does something. Just leaves.
Right? Just walks off. Like, yeah, I don't need this. Pickle's like, how do you guys like to cook your eggs? I'm scrambling some with cheese and onion.
I like scrambled, but like the sunny side up ones or whatever. Like when you keep the yellow
Over easy.
wet.
He likes over easy eggs.
Is the better one for you. Because you don't want to overcook the cholesterol.
I've cooked my eggs with cheese before, pickle, and that's really good. Never done them with onions. I have done them with zucchini before, which isn't bad, but I actually like them with yellow squash better. Yellow squash and eggs. Yum. Joshua Phillips says hi. Hi, Joshua. How's it going? Chris says, what's up with all these actors like Jack Black, Nick Cage, Brendan Fraser, all having acting reassurance? Are you talking about resurrections? Jack Black really hasn't gone away. He did all those Jumanji ones and stuff like that. Nicolas Cage, haven't seen him for a little bit. And Brendan Fraser basically got blackballed from Hollywood because he literally stood up for himself for being sexually assaulted by men.
Manly men?
While he was acting.
Were they men in tights? No?
No. Pico says a renaissance? Maybe that's what he meant. I don't know. Joshua says Cody and Brock at WrestleMania Backlash. Who do you guys got? Well, at WrestleMania, it wasn't either one of them. But Backlash,
Well, Cody said WrestleMania Backlash.
Yeah, I know.
So it's going to confuse people. But it is just Backlash. But we know what you're talking about. Oh, no. I bet against Brock too many times. And it would make more sense as if Brock won. And they kept that feud going for a while.
Yeah.
So Brock will lose to Cody.
Pico is like, who's the best 80s actor and actress? Depends on the genre of movies that you're going for. I would say John Cusack if you're going for romantic comedy type movies. And if you're going for like 80s kid stuff, the Coreys were probably like the better actors. You're going to go with the Brat Pack people with actresses for Pretty in Pink and whatchamacallit, what's her face, Molly Ringwald, for an actress. But it's also about genre, right? So, 80s, you also have...
I'm just going to go with Tom Hanks. That's 80s.
Tom Hanks.
Males. Females...
Because that's when he was doing a lot of he did his comedies more in the 80s. So, it kind of just depends on the...
I'm trying to think of a good movie. Sharon Stone, or was she more 90s? I think she's more 90s.
Yeah, I think that was more in the 90s.
Plus, I'd go Demi Moore over her anyways.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think it just depends on what the genre is, people, of the movies. Who you would consider the best 80s actor and actress.
So,
because there's some actors and actresses that don't go over in different genres. They just stick with one.
Yeah. You could say Molly Ringwald. You could also go with the girl that Don't Put Baby in the Corner girl, Jennifer Grey.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
For 80s women, because there's just not a lot of women I can think of, at least. And then I'd go Tom Hanks. Because I love Tom Hanks in the 80s.
Chris has a little Michael Douglas and Basic Instinct in the 90s. Joshua says, well, what do you think about what Trish Stratus did to Becky by attack her? Well, she attacked Lita earlier, and so now...
Good move. She cost them the titles, and in doing so, she set up a feud, so now she gets a top match against Becky. So it sets herself up for success or failure later.
Chris says Jim Carrey movies 90s. Pickle says y'all remember Richard Dreyfuss. Yes, I do remember Richard Dreyfuss.
So. Yes, I know who that is. He was in Close Encounter. No, or was it the camp one? Richard Dreyfuss. Is he the guy that gets the spider put on his face in Home Alone?
No, that's Joe Pesci.
No.
The other guy, I don't remember his name, but no, it's not him.
What was the guy's name again?
Richard Dreyfuss. I can picture him in my head. In the movies that he's in a movie with a really pretty woman. And it was like a cop movie. And him and his partner had to
who's the guy?
Keep this woman safe, and I can't remember.
Who's the guy on the movie where the City Slickers? And he plays the voice of the monster on the Monsters. It's a cartoon. They go into kids' bedrooms.
Are you talking about Billy Crystal?
Billy Crystal, yeah. Is he friends with her? Do they work together?
I don't remember them ever doing anything together.
I might not know who Richard Dreyfuss is.
Flum says, no, it's just Backlash. John's like, Michael Keaton was good in the 80s for Batman. Because he's Batman.
Movie was...
Pickle's like, no, not Daniel Stern. He's the tall, weird guy on...
But he was also in City Slickers, right?
Yes, he was his friend.
Yeah.
He was the one that was having an affair with his secretary.
I don't.
Or the cashier girl. Then he was like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. Or some shit happened.
Yeah.
It was
I've
weird.
never actually seen it, but I know it.
Really?
Yeah. I just know that it existed.
Dreyfuss was young in Jaws. There you go. Jaws. Most iconic thing he ever did.
Okay. I know him, but that's all I would know him in. Because I know that. I know who you're talking about. Because he's not the main guy, and he's not the guy that... Yeah, I know who he is. Mm-hmm. He's the helper with the shark.
Mm-hmm.
The biologist.
Yes. That's him.
Okay. I knew I had seen him, but so...
I could picture him in my head, and the movie I know him the best from is not Jaws. Because that movie is a cop movie. And he's a cop, and he's like... Him and his partner are trying to keep this woman safe, and she's really pretty. She's a really pretty actress.
Bad Boys?
No. And he falls in love with her. But I can't remember the name of the movie. Stakeout. Thanks, John. That's it. That's the one. Stakeout. That's it. Yep. Thank you. That's what I remember him from the most. I don't know why. Maybe it was just his character. Thank you, Piccolo. Yep. That's the movie. I don't know why I remember him from that one the most, but that's what, yeah. Chris is like Gary Busey actor.
Oh, yeah, you could throw Eddie Murphy in there, too.
And the Richard Dreyfuss was in Close Encounters, which I think you said.
Well, I didn't say that one. That's a good one. I'm just trying to remember him.
I thought you said
the main guy? Is he the one that makes the mashed potato mountain?
Oh. Joshua says, well, now there is new women and men champs. How long do you think Sammy and KO will keep them and Liv and Raquel?
It depends on who's doing what with stories, because if somebody else likes the idea of Sammy dethroning Roman, then they'll lose him pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody likes the idea of somebody else dethroning Roman, then they'll keep on to him for a while until they turn on each other.
Pico says he's also in a 90s flick about gambling and horse racing. John's like, yes. Pico calls Let It Ride. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Good show.
Yeah. I think I've only seen it like maybe once. Maybe twice.
It's a longer one, but it's it's done well. It's Spielberg.
Yeah.
It's
a very well made movie. Get it?
I've seen it once through.
Right.
But I've seen parts of it numerous times.
It's funny, people. Travis and I were actually looking over movies like from the 40s and 50s, 60s, so on and so forth, right? And like some of the top ones and stuff like that. And we're like, we should really go back and watch a lot of the classics like Breakfast at Tiffany's and Gone with the Wind and
the Pride and Prejudice.
So yeah, the original Pride and not the zombie one. Oh. Joshua says, you think the Usos will get their titles back?
Not anytime soon.
You know what?
I would be surprised if they even do it because Jay might go solo.
And if they do, I don't think it's going to be titles.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be either Raw or SmackDown tag titles, and that's it. Either that or actually just have a tag title for the men's one belt group of pair of belts, and that's it for on both sides.
This is basically like an NXT matchup on the main roster, and so it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
The
fans are definitely
with an NXT
the
one,
fans hate it. You could tell
a
sitting on their butt.
has been, and one from NXT UK that shouldn't be a has been, but
Yeah, they already done Piper Niven. The geniuses guy. Just call her Groundhog.
yeah. Piccolo says, yeah, I'm going to take your advice and check out a couple John Wayne or like Jimmy Stewart movies.
Can't go wrong with those.
Old John Wayne movies, like even North to Alaska is a really good one. It depending on if you're doing cowboy ones or if you're doing war ones, because he did some pretty good war ones too.
And
I'm
he
just
did
not
war
a
ones
fan.
with cowboys.
Yeah.
Like war wagons.
Yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of war movies, and so I don't usually watch them. But he has done really good ones. John Wayne has. So, yeah.
Let me tell you something, partner. Nothing wrong with John Wayne. Wow, there was at least 4 people in the crowd clapping. They didn't want to stand up,
They're like,
but they did clap, guys. She is getting a few claps, the scattered applause for EO.
oh, this is good. Really entertaining right here.
Oh, I didn't mind that, man.
Holy shit.
It's crazy. It's as quiet as like a high school gymnasium. You can hear like 4 or 5 people screaming.
It's very strange.
Come on, girls. Pick it up. We know how to make a woman famous, right? You punch her in the face and make her nose bleed. We saw it.
Yeah.
Do it again.
That's how you do it.
I don't want anybody to get hurt. I'm just saying that we've seen that it worked. So if somebody wants to get famous, get your nose broken.
Yeah, that's it. If you want to be famey, get your nose broke. Vindicator's like, see, Travis, EO got the crowd mildly fired up tonight.
Yeah, she did.
Might be the start of a babyface run, LOL.
I mean, you're talking mild.
Oh, God.
Like, if it was a virus, she would have went to work.
I should probably put my microphone on in case you guys actually want to hear what I say.
Chris is like, no reaction to Meacham garbage.
None.
Exactly.
I mean, look at the crowd. That's how I always judge these matches. They gotta know that there's nobody cheering. Like, it's gotta be awkward.
Yeah. Like, weird.
There's like 17,000 people quiet.
Yeah, that's creepy.
It's like, this ain't a spelling bee. Cheer.
This isn't a golf tournament, people.
But if you're actually watching, notice that the women don't placate to the crowd. There it is. She won. She beat Meacham.
Meacham.
I
At least
didn't
Piper.
I didn't type
At least
that one.
Piper Nevin didn't get.
Meacham. I call her Reckoning, but whatever you want to call her.
At least
EO wins. Did not
At
time
least
that match.
Piper didn't get the pinned.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they kind of took her out of that.
Hopefully Bianca just squashes her. Look at Bailey, super upset.
Mm-hmm.
Kick her, Bailey.
Oh, wow, she hurt her elbow. It's all bloody.
No, you're not.
Yeah. Robbie's like, oh, look, it's Dee's Mia Yim. Oh, Robbie, your girlfriend was on TV. Too bad she's married. Pickle is like, there are some gems from 15 and on, but you know Hollywood entirely pushes dumb-ish. Yeah. There's some stuff that is good, right? From 2000s. In the 2000s on, right?
Of course.
Depending on what it is. Some of them are, you know, what would you call it? Could become classics and stuff like that. But there's some that you're just like, what the fuck? Foam's like, Bailey not going to lie. Take off that jacket. Pickle's like, seen the Barbie trailer and it's god awful. Like, why would you even put yourself through that horribleness?
I wouldn't watch that movie if it was made in 1988.
I wouldn't watch it.
And can you imagine what that movie would be if it was made in 1988?
Yes, I can. You want to know why I
Would
can?
Would it be like Pamela Anderson?
Yes, because she was Barbarella.
Oh.
Barbed wire.
Barbed wire.
The barbed wire.
Yeah, Barbarella is
Not Barbarella.
Fonda.
But barbed wire.
Go on.
Now, have you seen that masterpiece? Because I have.
No.
I have actually seen it a few times. And it's actually not bad.
I have
it's
wanted to
corny.
watch that my whole life. I remember when it came out, and I wanted to watch it so bad.
Yeah.
Because it had Pamela Anderson's boobs in it. I didn't care that she was in it.
It is definitely like one of those like movies that are definitely like bad.
Like
oh my god, like
Charles Angels.
No, nothing like that. It's like
The Usos coming down with him.
It's like Arnold's like first movies.
Oh, the good ones.
Yeah, it's kind of like that in a way. Just not really good acting, but like.
But you're here for the other.
But you're like that's all right.
You're here for the guns.
Yeah, kind of stuff. I mean, granted, like I said, I have actually seen that movie a couple of times. Barbed Wire. I actually do like that movie because it's so corny. Because that's what you expect from it. But anyways, Vindicator's like, so Io and Bianca is not fresh either, but Io is not as weird and obnoxious as Asuka. Chris says Io wins NXT. Io on the horizon. Now let's hope Io wears her sexy onesie from NXT. Oh god. Pico says popcorn flicks. Robbie's like, oh, D, is she married like you? Robbie, we know that your girlfriend is married to Keith Lee, and she tries to kill him with food. Vindicator's like, but alright, guys, like I said, I will check out of here early now. Get my mind right for some dynamite.
Dynamite.
Y'all have a good night. See you in 48 by then. Thanks
ya.
for hanging out with us. We'll see you on Wednesday. John's like, barbed wire. Chris is like, Elvira. That's another one. Elvira's another kind of like those weird spoofy kind of movies. Film's like, okay, guys, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. If I don't, hopefully I'll see you guys on Monday, not Friday, because on Thursday I'm going on a trip. All right, well, good luck with your trip and have fun there, Film. Take care. You be safe out there. Make good choices. Make good choices. Staying true to the game of basketball. Now, is that going to be award-winning, whatchamacallit movie?
Don't know.
Sports movie?
It's just about the league back in the day. No beef. Let's prep the meat.
We got tinfoil, right? No.
I don't know. Probably the whole thing. As fast as I can eat it. Need 12 of them.
Joshua, the main event tonight is Solo versus Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens, and it's starting right after this commercial.
Maybe. Solo and the Usos are going down there.
They're already there. They're hanging out.
Yeah.
Waiting on Kevin in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling we still might see Riddle and Sammy.
Do you know that the inside of the Kit Kat is just mushed up Kit Kats? You have the wafer and then the chocolate layers between the wafers that kind of keeps the wafer thingies together are just mushed up Kit Kats that didn't work out. Like they were the duds. And they take them and smush them up with the chocolate and stuff.
Let's
mush
pretend
it up,
that's real.
and then put it in there.
What
do you mean pretend?
Let's pretend it's real for a second. How would you make the first one? Would you have to screw up a whole bunch of times before you made the first one so you could grind them up so you could have the pieces?
Maybe they did. Maybe not make them. But maybe they took wafer and chocolate and just mushed it all up.
Right.
And they're like, this makes a really yummy paste. And they're like, you know what we should do?
That's a malfunction.
We should take a wafer cookie, put it down, put this in the middle, in between each layer, and then cover the whole thing in chocolate. And then if any of them are stupid,
You know, if I did this or you
we'll
did
just
this,
use
this
them.
cookie would be that tall. You realize that, right? There's like 12 layers. If you look at it, you can just see all those little lines. It's like,
There's only 4.
well, not on that, whatever I just seen. There was a picture of it. There's no
Okay.
way that was 4.
On the little ones, there's only 4.
Oh.
And on the big cat, there's probably way more.
Yeah, it looked like there was like 6 or 8.
But
Like, I couldn't imagine trying to put chocolate in between each layer. Like I said, it would be that thick, that wide, that long. Like, well, I got my Kit Kat.
Joshua says, I hope Kevin Owens wins.
Yeah, me too.
Joshua says, the Bloodline will probably help Solo out. Well, yeah, they're out
Yeah,
there.
I think they're going to. And I think
Kevin
it's going to be
doesn't have a
crazy.
friend.
But I think we're going to see Riddle and Sammy by the end of this.
Yeah, because they really didn't have a flight delay.
Mm-hmm.
They just lied and
Yeah,
said they did.
it's just K-Fab.
Like, wow, we were here the whole time.
Is there such thing as 10G? That's got to be a lie. If they're just barely coming out with 5Gs, 10G's impossible. And wouldn't you go 6G next?
I think they're blowing smoke up everybody's ass.
Infinity 10G.
Like on another scale of blowing smoke up your ass.
Here comes Kevin! It's Kevin! He wants to talk to your manager.
That's Chad.
Works with Kevin's too.
Mm-hmm.
My neighbor's one.
Kevin. Yes, he is. His name is Kevin. And he's like a Karen, but a Kevin.
He had a job and they let him go. And he's not worked since. This is 3 years later. Because he has trauma.
From getting fired.
Because they let him go. And he never wants to feel that way ever again.
Oh my god.
He's like 40. So his wife works. True story.
And Joshua was like, yeah,
Get him,
Riddle
Kevin.
wants to get his hands on the bloodline for what Solo did to him, remember?
Yeah.
It's been a while, but yeah. Maybe Solo really didn't do anything to him and he was just hopped up on drugs and thought that's what happened.
Yeah, we never can really know.
I'm kidding. I know what storyline you're talking about. I'm just teasing.
All right, Solo. Pointing at his feet. Look at him. He's like a caged lion.
At every
ready to
chance I
pounce.
get, I will have no respect for Riddle.
There it is. Fisticuffs. It's a hockey fight. God damn it. He copied me. Corey Graves said it right as I said it.
Fisticuffs and hockey fight?
I said hockey fight. He said hockey fight.
Bastard.
Damn it. It's like a hockey fight. It's like a hockey fight.
God damn you, Corey.
So now it looks like I copied because we're on a 2-second delay. So everybody at home heard it there first. And they were like, oh, he just says what they say afterwards. That's how he does that?
I don't even listen to the commentators. Most of the time, I can't even hear them.
I have no problem doing this in Spanish.
So you don't have to listen to them?
Yeah, I'm fine with the Spanish team. Because then I can just say my shit.
Right. Joshua says, is Randy Orton coming back? You know, I don't know. There's mixed
we're going
reports
to
of stuff.
see Randy on wrestling again. Will he wrestle? We don't know.
So I'm sure he'll be back on WWE at some point, but I'm just not sure. I'm not sure how well he'll be able to like wrestle and stuff. So we'll see.
And each day he's a day older and a day over 40. More over 40.
Chris says, LOL sign in the crowd says, hi, Ava. Okay. Because, like, that's the way I feel about beaches. The seagulls, they laugh at me. I will never go to the Gulf again. So funny. You're hilarious.
Do you have PTSD flashbacks when you watch Finding Nemo?
Mine.
Are we giving you flashbacks right now?
Or The Birds. Don't ever watch that show. Great nightmares if you have bird issues.
Mine.
If you're scared of birds, do not watch the movie The Birds.
Don't be in my yard either. I have 5 giant trees. And they will shake sometimes because there's birds in them. Usually in the fall. And there'll be 1,000 birds in one tree. And they flock to the other trees. And it just blacks out the sun. It's only happened like 3 times. But it's creepy when you're out there. Like that amount of birds could kill you, I think. If they cared to kill you. Kevin just got kicked in the hammy.
But that's his broken leg.
Solo with the big butt.
Now he has an ass to the face.
Kevin likes big butts in his face and he cannot lie. Even if they come from Solo's thigh.
Another brother can't deny.
And when Solo comes with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in Kevin's face, he gets sprung.
Gross.
He want to pull up tough because he notices he's stuck. Deep in his big old shorts that he's wearing. Okay, I gotta stop. It's too much. The joke's over. Hooks in a cat out staring. Stop staring. Oh, baby. It's not make-believe. I think it's make-believe.
Did that girl just cry and was like, it's Hogwarts?
Yeah, who wouldn't want to go to Hogwarts?
Chris says, Rock's daughter, Ava Rain. Oh, yeah, I don't
Yep.
know.
I've seen her on there, but not impressed. Isn't she in that weird group, like Sanctuary or something?
Yeah, and then they got rid of the guy.
No, they didn't.
Oh, the guy left.
No, first of all, it's a tag team that wants out,
Oh, the tag team wants out.
but they're not, so they're still in it. Sacrum or Sactum?
Yeah,
I don't remember what it's called.
those guys. Piccola says, I told you about walking down the beach at night. One seagull was right next to me. You know what? I don't know if I've heard this story about your beach walk at night with a seagull.
You know she'll never let you live it down. Vin ran into a tree like 3 years ago.
He got stitches, and now he's totally afraid of trees.
You don't know what happened.
He said.
Here
No,
with the
he
seagull.
said he got stitches.
You don't
not
know what happened
Piccola.
here with the seagull.
No, I don't.
He could have got stitches. He could have snitched on the seagulls. They came at him with those curved beeps.
Piccola finished our song. Oh, baby, I want to go tribal. I'm poking with my spike. I hurt your cat. Hey, don't use your stuff.
That was scary.
Don't use your claws. What is it? What?
It's scary. It's a scary scene out of a scary movie.
Oh. Is that the whatchamacallit one?
The Ring.
Oh, The Ring? Oh, I thought it was the one where she's like, they're here.
Poltergeist?
God, isn't she like watching a TV and it's all the...
Yes, I've seen Poltergeist.
No.
Scariest movie when I was a kid ever. You know, I forgot how many times I had to watch that all the time.
Yeah, because your
In
sister
the
and your
dark.
mom are weird.
That's all they'd watch over and over. And then they'd go, all right, go to bed in your room by yourself in the dark.
That's nice.
Like, do you want a TV in your room? And I'm like, do you want to die? I watched The Ring. I was a freaking full-blown man, and I took my TV and turned it around and went to sleep. That's a true story. I got home at like 2:30 in the morning. I lived by myself. I was like, yep, that's turning around.
And no. And done with that crap.
Ooh, look at that thrust kick right to Kevin's face.
Yeah. WWE Tag People and WrestleMania winners.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be? Oh, DDT. All Kevin has is attitude and stick-to-itiveness.
Stick-to-itiveness.
Intestinal fortitude. Guts. Oh, there's Solo with the big forearm. Solo again with the big right hand.
Chris is like Liv and Raquel acting so cringe backstage, showing off belt in new video earlier.
Cringe.
Pickle's like, Freddy Part 3. Love that line after he smashed her head in the TV. Get ready for prime time, beesh.
There it is. Thrust kick. 2 and 3. No! Kevin! How does this man do it?
How does he? He has intestinal fortitude and stick-to-itiveness.
If Kevin had a couple wheels, he would do better.
If he had what?
2 wheels instead of just one.
Oh, his feet, legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, get rid of him.
Should have had a crutch. Then he could use it as a weapon. Picks him up on the corner. See, is he saying the Stegosaurus had small brains?
Yes, he is saying that Stegosaurus have small brains.
Did you know we're as close to a Stegosaurus? Or sorry, we're as close to a Tyrannosaurus Rex. We're closer to Tyrannosaurus Rex than Stegosaurus was to Tyrannosaurus Rex.
That's
In
weird,
time,
huh?
In time.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
So strange.
It was like almost like 200 million years or something in between those two.
What a weird concept.
Ooh. But yet we've seen them in our kids growing up, you know. It was either a Stegosaurus or a Triceratops always fighting the T-Rex.
I thought it was always a Triceratops.
So I just said, literally. I said a Triceratops or a Stegosaurus always fighting a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh. Was Triceratops not in the same era as
was.
Tyrannosaurus? Oh.
Like the Jurassic or whatever it's called.
It's a one-legged Kevin Owens. He's doing it.
He can do it!
He can do it. You can do it. You can
Oh,
do
he
it.
went for that stunner. He
Pickle's
doesn't
like,
have the leg
nice
power.
to see him selling the knee, right?
Just selling it. What's she looking at? Buddy? What's she working on?
He looks like he can throw up on you.
Don't projectile. Just nuts.
On a silver platter.
That's just nuts. You'd be like,
Stop the stream! Stop the stream!
I can't. It's wet.
I'm leaving. I don't want to do this anymore. Josh was like, match over yet? No, honey.
No.
It's not. We got a
Kevin
few more
Owens
minutes.
got him up in a corner. They haven't been doing anything for about 5 minutes, but they are back up in the corner.
Yeah. Hey,
Kevin's
come
got
sit on
him.
my lap, lap.
Is he going to suplex him? Big superplex off the top?
Oops.
I just don't see it happening. We got 6 minutes left in this show.
Okay, Cole's like, you think Cody will pop up?
No.
No, I think they're going to move him away from the bloodline stuff for a
Cody's
minute.
done with the bloodline for a little bit.
He's just going to do some Brock stuff for a while and then... But we could see Sammy and Riddle maybe, I guess, if Kevin Owens gets his butt beat.
That's my guess. Still have 6 minutes, 5.5 minutes.
I think it's weird that, I guess they're waiting for the Usos to just help.
Eventually.
Or not.
But it's going to have to, he'll probably hit the referee here or something. Referee's going to have to get turned or sidetracked. Something goes on with the referee first.
Right.
See?
There it is.
Told you.
And
then now you're going to see Sammy and Riddle.
Riddle, maybe.
Oh, thrust kick.
I'm surprised he could do that with that leg all
I
stupid.
know. Now he's milking it again.
Now he's like, oh my god, my leg hurts
It's like
again.
his parents are watching and he's got a hurt leg.
Oh,
Swanton bomb.
get him.
1, 2. Solo's get a kick out of that. You can't beat him with a swanton bomb.
You wouldn't think so.
What do you think he is, Jeff Hardy? He ain't drinking enough beer.
Pickle's like clockwork, right? All the... And then the referee's going to get distracted right there, and then they're going to attack him over on the other side. But he was on top of it. He's like, I'll get you first.
Come on, Solo.
There's a 2. Why is there a 2? Somebody's got a big 2 out there.
Because they're the ones, maybe.
Who does number 2 work for?
There it is. Pop-up power bomb.
Oh, no.
He did it.
Oh, no. Oh, it
Pop-up
did.
power
and
bomb,
then
but the knee
didn't.
blew. He blew the knee.
Ah.
Stunner. Nope. Big thrust kick in the corner. Solo with the thrust kick.
Oh, no. Feels like,
Samoan
oh, by the way,
spike.
also watch
That's
the
it,
worst
guys.
stuff.
Count to 100. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Boom.
So if they do have like Sammy and Riddle come down, they should have them come down with all of their baggage, and they're in their street clothes
Like Sammy's
because they
wife
just
and-
got there.
Like Sammy's wife.
Yes, like his wife. This is his baggage, and Riddle's porn.
Porn star.
His whatever you call her, lady of the night.
All of his drugs. That's his
and his
baggage.
drugs in his suitcase. His pills falling out everywhere, and cocaine, a trail of it just coming out of his
We're just eating
knapsack.
donuts.
Excuse me. The worst stuff. Is that a movie? Like a new movie? Joshua says Solo won, huh? Yeah, he did.
Solo just won
He did.
clean.
Oh.
Kind of a dick move.
He didn't really win clean.
It was
Here,
clean.
see, there they are.
Told ya.
They've got some of their street clothes on, but they don't have their whatchamacallit. I was hoping for baggage.
Yeah. They're carry-on.
I think it would have made more sense if they still have their luggage. Like, I just got here, man. Pickle's like, and just to let y'all know, Cutler and Nakazawa are
Yeah.
gonna fight BCC on Wednesday
Oh,
to avenge the Cucamonga Bros. And Pickle's like, no, being the elite, just to see what shenanigans they're doing today. Oh,
should be a good one.
Interesting.
Numbers game.
Bonk his butt.
Riddle's got his drug shirt on. Whoa! Got Jay. Sammy with the
Whoa.
Bexploder.
What are you doing up? Why are you here? Why'd you come over here? I don't have anything for you. And now you're just going to have to back up. And life's going to be hard. And there's no more food. And the cat's up there rubbing on
stutter.
things. Like a wacko face. Oh my god, why are we crying?
He went for that Halula kick.
Halua kick. Dad doesn't have any food either, weirdo.
No food.
There's no food, sir. Matt, you're just going to have to find a way to back up. It's going to be sad. This is far,
So far
from over.
Take me away. Far, far away.
Far, far away, far, far, far away, far, 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 far away. Boo, they say boo,
Why wouldn't they say boo?
Boo, 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 boo.
What's up, buddy? Why are you wackadoodle?
He's like, it's the end of the show and you guys are supposed to leave. Okay, we're gonna do that.
It's the end of the show as you know it.
Okay, so if you just joined us, the last match of the night was Solo versus Kevin Owens, and Solo won. Not really clean. His brothers did get involved and helped him out.
I love that they're trying to make Solo tough.
And then they won, right? And then they were beating up Kevin, and then like those guys that supposedly didn't have flights, like the Riddle duty and that Sammy guy, like they like ran. They're like, oh my god, we're gonna run in here and save you. And so they came in and like beat everybody up and stuff. It was like, whoa. And then and then that happened, and then they're like leaving. And Kevin Owens is like, yay, my friends came and saved me. Woo. Anyways, that's what happened. And that's the end of the show tonight. All right, we're going to be back again on Wednesday, everybody, for AEW Dynamite. Thanks for anybody who joined us tonight. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We'll be back, like I said, for Dynamite on Wednesday.
Thanks for watching wrestling. Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.